If not, let me know. I can restart it again.
No, you good. It's working.
Working? Okay, cool. I actually have my cam like disabled, so I can't like I have it disabled on my Discord, so it doesn't like glitch out my OBS. So I can't really see myself when I'm streaming. So I don't know if you guys see me or not. Usually, it's like
Mm,
disabled on Discord.
that's weird.
Okay, so welcome everyone to tonight's game of D&D. We do have one new player, so we'll properly introduce them to the game, get them a character rolled up. Anyone who died last game or in past games that don't have a current character will get their characters rolled up as well. So we'll start with those players, and then everyone returning, be ready for prep. You shouldn't have much to prepare. You already have a character rolled up naturally. If you have a lot of stuff to prepare, get with me outside of the games to prepare, because when you do come to play, you should be ready to play naturally. Um, a little bit of prep is fine, mainly things that you'll need for the adventure in particular. But if it's like a long list of personal investments and such, you want to buy a house and all that, save that for later. So let's see. Last game, there were many characters that got sick. Um, some of you are still sick. Fortunato, you suffered from a fever and a disease, a life-threatening disease. You have pneumonia or a lung disease. So it should you should have died last game from your diseases, but you didn't die. You got something that would mess you up for the long term. Your pneumonia in your lungs causes you immense pain um, in your lungs, of course, in your throat, and because you're so sickly, you can barely focus all the time. And unless you retire this character, you have a -4 penalty. So I suggest tonight you're gonna retire Fortunato so you can heal naturally from his disease. You can still heal from pneumonia, but it might take up to half a year to heal naturally.
Yeah.
Um, so
Pneumonia sucks. I've
I,
had it.
I I think I'll just
Horrible.
What if,
retire him permanently.
it's fine.
what if
Yeah,
we buy him
we'll see him
medicine?
around. So
What if we buy him medicine instead?
he's too poor for medicine. So
I have zero money.
What if we buy it?
what if you bought
What
it?
if so we
I mean,
take him? Yeah.
Damn, we are just like some broke bitches,
if
aren't
you
we?
really want to take care of Fortunato, if he's valuable to you. So,
I mean, I would
but
appreciate it, but
Fortunato,
it's up to you
yeah,
guys.
Request
he's
to
ready to
save
retire.
Fortunato. Let's do it.
He has
How
come
much
to his
medicine?
end. He he already had a near death experience last game. In standard D&D, you would already be dead, of course. But in RBX, we allow you to have a injury that will basically be making your character handicapped throughout the campaign. So it's just a way to say your character survives to live the tale at least. So you can play with your luck if you want and try to live through the experience. You can heal from a fever with medicine in maybe a week, but pneumonia it might take about a month to heal with medicine. I caught pneumonia once when I was, back in um, San Diego. And that took a long ass time to heal from, um, even with medicine. So, um, anyone else here that caught pneumonia before or has had some
Yeah.
lung disease or whatever knows that stuff can last for a long time. So, it's gonna be there. Bronchitis or whatever it is. It's gonna be there for a while. So, um, yeah, you can definitely purchase the medicine. It's just gonna be an expensive investment because it's gonna be medicine for over the course of a few weeks. Um, so it wouldn't be worth it. He's gonna heal naturally, I think.
Yeah.
And maybe if he one day, maybe a year from now in the campaign world, Fortana will be back in service, ready to work again or hireable. So, um, but he's gonna be one of the acolytes at the church in Gevelon now. So just retiring there,
Yep.
going back to serving the temple. Adventure didn't work out for him, so let's see. We'll get you guys new characters rolled up then. Okay. Okay. So our new players that need new characters is just Weirdo, and then returning players that need characters is Slider and Valo, right? That's it.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Three new characters. Let's get you guys rolled up. So Valo, Slider and Weirdo. All right. So let me introduce D&D to Weirdo since she's never played before. Uh, we're playing old school Dungeons and Dragons. D&D is a fantasy adventure role playing game. Pretty much the whole point is you get together with your friends to tell stories by playing a game. The game is played by role playing. So imagining the story in your head, someone will be describing to you what the world is like and the story around you. That's the dungeon master. So you'll imagine what he says. If he says you're in a cave, imagine yourself in a cave, right? He says how large it is, imagine that's the size. And you work with what he says, and then you get to describe what you want to try to do in the perspective of your individual character that you get to create. So it's an adventurer. This game is about going on adventures for fame and fortune. So you'll become an adventurer, and you're gonna campaign against dungeons and monsters and such for fame and fortune. You're gonna hunt monsters, treasures, and bounties, typically in dungeons guarded by dragons. Hence, it's called Dungeons and Dragons. Let's see. That's pretty much the purpose of the game. It's pretty fun. Yeah, we just tell a story with a game, of course. Do you have any questions, or have you ever played? You already heard D&D before, Weirdo, or?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, cool. It's more easily figured out if you just play it. Yeah. All right. um. So yeah, before you can even play the game, you have to roll up a character to see who you would be if you were in this world of Dungeons and Dragons. The dice will help determine that, but then from there, it's on you to become the character or the hero you want to be in the game. So we'll start with Valo. Getting your strength rolled up. Do you want to use the dice spot, or shall I roll as a dungeon master, or do you have your own dice? How do you want to do it?
Just roll for me.
Alright, sounds good. And let's see. Slider, do you want to use dice bot? My dice or your dice?
Yeah, how do I use the dice? No, actually, I'll let you roll. You can roll.
Okay. And then Weirdo, I'm just gonna roll for you
You
since
do
it's your
it.
first time. In original D&D, typically the dungeon master was the only one that actually rolled the dice. And that's how we typically do it here. Unless you have your own dice, we do give you the option to use a bot or your own dice if you got them. But it's your first time, so you'll get to see the dice roll on camera and on the stream if you're watching. But we're gonna start with Valo's strength. So these are ability scores. They kind of reflect every character's capabilities, what they are good at and not so good at. Mainly helpful for determining your class. Okay, so we can see Valo's new character has 14 strength. That's a good start.
Okay.
Intelligence. That is 9 intelligence. Okay, not bad. Wisdom is 11. Dexterity is 11. Constitution is 8. And Charisma is 12. I recommend Fighter for you. Does that sound right
Yeah.
with you? Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with fighter.
Alright, and then Slider, you're next.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright, so you have 8 strength.
Yeah.
Not the best start, but you will survive.
I'll fuck him up.
Intelligence, 11. Wisdom, 10. Dexterity is 11. Constitution is 10. And Charisma is 11.
Jesus.
Alright, at
11,
least
10,
you're...
11, 10, 11. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm balanced. I'm balanced.
I recommend basically any class but fighter, halfling, and dwarf to you.
Where do I see the class list?
I would recommend mainly magic user, cleric, or thief to you.
Um, I'll go with B this time.
Thief? Okay. And then Weirdo, I'll explain the classes to you. So in the Dungeons and Dragons game, you are an adventurer first and foremost, a soldier of fortune. You're gonna go out as a brave member of human society. You're basically a hunter of monsters, treasures, and bounties. But you will have a particular role in whatever party you join the battle with, right? So the idea is you're gonna be campaigning with a party of adventurers. Going alone is far too dangerous. You'll need a team, crew, to go and campaign with, to fight against a common foe, which is monsters and dragons and such. So, in this team or in this party, there are 7 roles you can fill. That will select your responsibility or decide your responsibilities pretty much and your role in the party. So, and your set of skills. The first 4 classes belong to the race of men. These are clerics, fighters, magic users, and thieves. And then the next 3 classes belong to demi-humans. These are dwarves, elves, and halflings. And I'll describe the classes if you'd like, but they all kind of do what they sound like they do. I'll do a very quick description of each. Clerics are like holy men; they'll turn undead. Fighters, these are like your knights; they'll protect the party. Magic users, these are like your witches; they'll use magic spells. Thieves, these are like your scouts; they'll have a lot of skills. Um, Dwarves, they're very good at fighting and exploring the dungeon because they're from the underground, mountain halls and such. Elves, they're very mysterious and magical. They can fight and use spells. And halflings, they're in our game. They're half men, half fae. They're the rangers in our game, or the hunter class. And they're really good at using bow and arrows and adventuring in the wilderness. So those are your 7 options. Based on your ability scores. Oh wait, we didn't roll yours yet. My bad. Okay, let's roll yours. Okay, you got a strength of 13. Good start. By the way, a score of 3 to 8 is considered below average, and a score of 9 to 12 is average, and a score of 13 to 18 is above average. You have 13 strengths, that means you're strong. And your intelligence is 30, so you can barely speak or read and write. Your character can still speak normal language, but she has a hard time, at least so when you're talking in English, like the rest of us, of course, naturally we will understand you, but in the game world, they don't speak English. They speak the language of their land. And so when we translate it, you'll be talking as if your character is speaking like broken English, right? Like, I do, or I eat rock, right? Or something, so like, very like small
Okay.
words. So, as if you don't really understand the language too well. So your character might have been, secluded from the rest of society, or just kind of dim-witted. Wisdom, you've got 12. That's average. That's good. If you have any questions at any point, do let me know since you're still learning. Right now you got your welcome to ask any questions or concerns so you can learn the game. But everything's kind of self-explanatory. I hope I'll try my best to explain things simply to you. You have a dexterity score of 14. That's very good. Constitution, you have 17, and charisma, you have 5. Alright. So you've got a really beefy fighter, it looks like, or a dwarf. The class I recommend, because your character is strong and fast and tough, I recommend halfling, fighter, or dwarf to you, or even thief.
Fighter.
Okay. Fighters are the best at fighting in our game. They've got fighting skill, naturally. Let's see, allowing them to fight better than everyone else. They'll get the 2 attacks at level 1, an extra at level 5, and then an extra at level 10. And then for the clerics, do you have a cleric? New cleric? No. The thief, you have a whole list of thief skills you can look over, and the basic rules. Someone can upload a copy. If not, then I can do it for you in a little bit. But basically, think like a thief, act like a thief. You can climb shared surfaces, remove or find treasure traps, hear noises, hide in shadows, move silently, open locks, pickpocket, and In combat, your main skill is to backstab. So make sure you're a scout leading the way, preparing ambushes when the enemy are engaging the rest of your party in a melee. You can come in from the rear. So that's how you're gonna fight. I always remind our thieves that these days because they always forget that their main skill in
Sweet.
combat is to backstab. They end up being the front line like half the time instead. But hopefully that's not the case with you. And then for the
I'm gonna
fighter, I want
fuck
to
shit
remind
up.
you that your main role is to fight. Be in that front line. You can fight at double the rate. You'll always get that first strike, which could be the difference between life or death. And try your best to fight good battles. You never want to fight a fair fight. You should always have the upper hand. Because if you're gonna fight and you're outnumbered and they have more attacks than you, you're probably gonna die. So if you can have a choke point and fight one-on-one with a monster, you're always gonna get that first strike usually, and that's gonna allow you to hit them before they even have a chance to kill you. And then the second follow-up attack, you have another chance if you roll high enough on initiative, or you have a better weapon than they, or a faster or initiative than they. Then you can get that second attack before you basically can throw 2 attacks in before they even have a chance to hit you, depending on which weapon you choose to use. I highly recommend the spear, but of course there are other ones you can choose as well. Let's see. When we get to equipment, that is, and then yeah, that's for both fighters actually. So you both are fighters. I was just explaining your role. You guys can fight. Do your best to fight an unfair battle, right? Don't give the enemy a fucking chance, right? Otherwise, you're just gonna see your character drop like everyone else. So, let's see. That first strike is very important. Hit points are next. This is your character's will to survive. How many hits you can take, or how much damage you can take before you're dead. So the average man in old school D&D only has 2 hit points. The average fighter has 4. The average thief only has 2 as well. So. For the thief, we're gonna roll a d4 to determine your hit points. So 4-sided die.
I'm gonna hit that 4, baby.
We'll see. You got 2. Better than
Fuck.
better than 1.
Yeah, it does the job. Does the job.
All right. 2 of 2. For the fighters, one of the fighters has a -1 penalty. The other one has a +2 bonus. So Valo, your fighter has a -1 from his A-con.
Yep.
All right. Let's just hope for the best. What was that? A 1. I'm sorry.
I'm dead.
All right.
No, is that
Alright.
1 for a fighter?
He's gonna be a longbow man. Alright. Or backliner. There
Uh-huh.
you go. You'll be fine. If you put in the backlines or if he's a
Yep.
fucking longbow man, then you're good to go. Right. 2 shots with the longbow before the enemy can engage. You're chilling. Alright. Let's see. The other fighter, on the other hand, Weirdo's fighter, probably gonna be our tank. We'll see. 8 +2 is 10.
Aye.
That's
Jeez.
Right.
really
That's
the
godly.
highest you can even start with ever. As a
Yeah,
level 1
that's
character.
good.
That is godly.
Godlike, indeed. Like guts. Alright. So 11 of 11, that's 5 times as much as the average man. And Valo's got only 1 on the other hand. The opposite, the complete opposite. Alright. But hey, we love to see an underdog get up there, right? Lots of room for
Yep.
improvement. So alright.
Hold on. Did I just hear he rolled an 11 on health?
She has a +2. Oh wait, that was an 8
Yeah.
+2. Sorry, there's a 10. It would be 11 if it was a +3. Yeah, my bad. Good call. I can't do math right now. But
Damn.
that's a 10 out of 10.
10
That's
health?
still 5 times as much. That's still really
What are you,
good.
Samantha?
All right, thank you
Damn.
for that though.
Who rolled that?
I only had coffee tonight and like 1 drink, and yeah, but it was a tall drink. So
Who
Weirdo
rolled that?
rolled the 10.
all right, let's see.
You better stay alive. You better not fucking
It's 10 o'clock
die.
p.m. But I will stay alive. Don't worry. I bought coffee, so I'm chilling.
Alright, you good.
All right. Next is equipment. We'll get you guys your silver. Okay, we got 11 for Valo's character. We got 9 for sliders, and 13 for weirdos. It's 11, 9, 13. Okay. let's go ahead and buy you guys equipment. First, we're gonna buy you all a set of clothes. It costs 1 silver. You need to be protected from your environment. Disease is a common way to die in this game. If you don't have clothes. Alright. Next is with basic protection, you now have the need for weapons and class-based items. Class-based items for the thief means you need to get yourself a set of thief tools or lockpicks. It's your skeleton
Ooh.
key. That's for Slider's character. It costs 2 silvers.
For a skeleton key, or is it a
Yep,
pick
it's
lock?
a set of thieves tools, so it comes with like a skeleton
Okay.
key, lockpicks, and whatever
Sweet.
else you need.
Alright, yeah, I'll take one of them, 2 silver, yeah.
Mhm. That
Sweet.
brings you down to 6.
How
and-
much is leather armor?
Cloth armor, Gamson is 2 silver.
I'll take a Gambeson as well.
Okay, I'm gonna start with Valo's character. You have 10 silver to spend after buying clothes. I'm just gonna get all your equipment right away. So just go through you, then we'll go to Slider, and then Weirdo. So with 10 silvers, first let's get you some weapons. I recommend the best missile weapon you can afford at the moment,
That'd probably be the
or
longbow.
backline weapon as well, like a pullum or pike.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for a longbow
Longbow.
and some
Okay.
arrows. Yeah.
5 silver total. You're down to 5.
I'm gonna get some Gambison.
Okay. Down to 3.
And I'm gonna get a let's see. I'll get a pack as well.
All right, good to go.
All right.
In the meantime, think about a name for your character. And when I come back to you, I'll ask for it. I'm gonna go to Slider next.
It's Britomart.
Oh, you already found it? Okay.
Yep.
Brito Mart. Good to go. Brito Mart.
It's a female name.
Okay. Then you can be a woman. Let's see.
Woman? I want men.
Alright. Slider's next. You have a set of clothes on, a Gimson, a key on your belt.
Yeah,
Have,
that leaves me with
6
3
silvers.
gold left.
Or
Oh,
yeah.
6.
No wait.
I think it's 3.
4. 4. Yeah.
4. Okay. What weapons are there? Could I get just a normal one-handed sword?
Cheapest one you can afford is a dagger. The
That's
shortest.
the
of
cheapest one I
edged
can afford.
blades. 2 silvers for that. Next step up is
Okay.
a short sword for 5 though.
Okay, I'll get the dagger. That leaves me with 2 silver.
Dagger, small sword, very small sword.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you had
How
4
much
left,
is it
you
for
have 2 now.
a pack as well?
A pack is 3. A bag is 2.
Okay, I get a bag as well.
All right. That's all your stuff then.
Yeah.
You have no missile weapon. Are you okay with this? These are usually encouraged to bring at least 1 missile weapon.
No, that's right. I'll sneak about. I'll hide.
Very well. Okay. And then for Weirdo, we only spent 1 of your silver. You have 12 left. Let's get you some weapons and armor. You're probably going to be a frontliner, so we probably want to get you some decent armor, at the very least a shield, so you can block near the front. Do you want the shield? It costs 3 silvers.
Okay. You said a spear?
A spear is a very good recommendation, or a melee weapon. It costs 3 silvers as well. Okay. You want a spear and a shield?
Yeah.
Alright, very good setup there. Okay. And then let's see. Spear and shield is what you're going with. You were at 12, now you're at 6. I still recommend a missile weapon to you as well. A sling is 1. A short bow with arrows is 3. Crossbow with quarrels is 4. And the longbow with arrows is 5. So, would you like any of those missile weapons, or would you like to pass? I highly recommend though.
I don't know. You choose.
It depends on how much you want to spend. If you spend less on your meta weapon, you can spend more on other things like armor or equipment. So you have 6 silver left. How much are you willing to spend?
4.
4? Okay, we'll get you the crossbow or the short bow then. The short bow is
Crossbow.
3. The crossbow is 4. Which one would you like?
Crossbow.
Alright, good to go. So you might get a shot off with your crossbow before melee starts, then switch to your spear and begin melee. It's not a bad strat. It's pretty darn good. I would do the same. Alright. Next is gonna be the last bit of your silver, which is 1 piece. You can get a sack with that to carry loot with.
Yeah, that's good.
Alright. You're all set. Slider, I need a name from you for your character.
Warwick.
Spell it for me.
WARWICK.
WIR
No, WAR. WAR.
Oh, WAR
WICK.
or WAR WICK. All right,
Sweet.
Warwick or Vorvik. Okay. Weird though. You're next, so you get to choose a name for your character. Like everyone else here, as you can tell, this is a medieval fantasy adventure role-playing game, so you have to choose like a medieval name to fit
Does
the
it have to
genre.
be female?
Yeah, if you want to be a woman, you have to choose a female name. You can be a man too, so if you pick a man's name.
I'll be a man.
Alright, sounds good. What do you want to be called?
Yeah, oh man.
Ace.
I think Ace might be fine, but let me double check. It might be a nickname.
It is an actual name. It is
Yeah.
from Japan.
Well, our setting doesn't take place in Japan, or it's not inspired by Japanese culture. It's inspired mainly by European culture, so we're gonna use European. It's a Latin name, of course.
Yeah, use Hitler.
Let's see. Hitler's the face of Europe. Is what you're saying? Oh my god.
Oh, no, me never.
Alright, so yeah, Ace is fine. You could be Ace. Let me double check the Latin pronunciation. How they would say it. Be English or Macedonian? Alright, we'll just go with Ace. So, those are your characters then. Welcome to the party. We have 3 new ones. It's Britomar, Vorvik, and Ace. And then returning players will have Yubi as Vadik.
It was their last game, no?
Huh?
I think I was their last game.
I see returning
game-
players.
No, like I'm just saying in general. I think I was their last game. We just got nothing. I believe.
You might have. I
Was
mean, last game you weren't there for sure. We had it
Well, not
earlier
last
today.
game, last week.
yeah, it's Sunday morning where
Okay,
we bumped
so
into the 22 skeletons.
alright, so Vadik, do you need to prepare anything for this
Not
campaign? For
really.
this adventure?
I mean, what do I have? What do
Do you not have a
Oops.
note of your character?
I kind of lost the note because I've been busy. Maybe if I'll pull it up. I'll probably have it here somewhere.
Alright, I'll look it up in a moment. Everyone else, be ready to prepare your character in case you have anything that is necessary to prepare, actually. Alright,
Where's
so
my papers? I can't find it.
Vadik, you got 7 silver if you'd like to spend it. You're wearing a set of clothes, you have a helmet, a coat of mail, a shield slung over a shoulder with a spear, a short sword hanging from your belt. On the other side of your belt is your short bow, a quiver of 5 arrows, a bag, and 3 bandages.
You said I have 9. Freaking.
Have what?
I have. You said I have 9.
7
9
silver,
silvers.
8
7.
XP.
8 XP. I'll just put all of that into XP.
Alright, in that case, let's get your bonus. Let's see. Alright, try to do this.
It's
It's fine you do it now,
1%.
but yeah. You have a 0 bonus from your intelligence, 5% bonus from your strength. That's your perm because it's a dwarf. And then you are a member of the middle guard, I think. You play every
Yeah, I
other week.
am.
So you get a 1%. Total bonus is 6%. Let's see. On the calculator. On my phone. 1 second. You spent 8 just now. Okay, you don't even get a single bonus. So you just get 8 straight. Or
That's
was it
fine.
7? 7 straight, yeah. So yeah, 15 XP. Best time to spend XP or money on XP is like when you have a lot, so that way you get a large bonus. Let's see. But if you want to throw it in now, it's fine too, in case you die, naturally.
I mean, I can't use it. Having it in my pockets doesn't give me much either.
Exactly. I mean, you could have tossed it to some extra equipment, like food or...
Nah.
No.
Why am I gonna buy a horse?
Yeah, you could have bought a horse or purchased a cheap horse. Alright, it's oh
No,
well.
I'm
Next
not
time.
cheap person. When I buy something, I buy quality.
Alright, so save up for a quality horse then. Let's see. Okay, next is gonna be... He's on my list. Idol's next. It's Eden, level 2 thief.
Okay. My record shows that I have 8 silver pieces, and a courser is 12 silver pieces, if I recall correctly. One that's equipped with tack and saddle. So I want to sell some things to purchase a courser. I'm thinking the short sword and the dagger. If I sell those, how much would I get?
For the short sword, I'll offer you a 2.5. For the dagger, I'll offer you 1. So 3.5 total.
That's not enough. How much for the bow that I picked up last session?
If I'm looking at it correctly, you have 120 silver right now. Is that right? Oh no, wait, that's
I leveled
XP.
up.
My bad. Yeah. You have 0 silver. Wait, let me double check if you got
Should have
paid or
8.
not.
Yeah, I should have 8. I think.
1 second. That might be on me. Yep, 8 silver. Right here. We gotta pay you.
Okay.
Alright. So
So the
sorry, you...
question on the Yeah, how much for the short bow? I could sell that.
1 silver for the short bow.
All right, so I'll sell the dagger, spear, and short bow. Purchase the courser and have 5 copper left over.
Okay, so short bow. You said short bow, short sword, and dagger, right?
That's right.
Total is 4 silver you're getting for that. 4.5. So you would be up by 12 point. You'll be up to 12.5 silver.
Right, and then I'll buy the courser for 12.
Um, do you have a saddlebag, or I meant tack? Let's see.
I thought the 12 included that.
I want to double check real quick. Okay, courser cost 10. Tack cost 2. Oh yeah. Okay, so it is 12. All right, you're good to go.
All right, half a silver piece left over.
Indeed, 5 coppers.
Thank you.
All good. No problem. Thank you. Okay. All right. Next is next is silver as Ollie.
Yes.
Wait, did Ollie alive?
Yes, he is alive.
Okay.
He managed to get out. He even brought back Chloe's remains.
Mhm.
Question: does cleaning out the dagger and the pot cost anything? I'm guessing no.
No. Free.
Okay, I'm going to clean those so I can properly use them. The back, I don't have the money to repair at the moment.
Therefore, it only carries half as much since it's damaged. Half as much effectively. So instead of 60 pounds, it carries 30 pounds.
Okay, yeah, that will be fine for now.
Oh
Okay.
fuck.
Um. Anything else you need to do before you're ready up?
No, that's it.
Awesome. Alright. Squig, you're next as Beldrick. Do you have any prep? Or are you good?
No, I should be good.
Awesome. Alright. Smooth sailing. We'll see. Valo's good. Weirdo's good. Slider's good. Because they were the first. Let's see. Let's fix your nicknames. And give Weirdo a roll. Weirdo, you're going to be joining the Young Guard. This is a role given to those who play with us. So, anyone who plays at least once throughout the month is considered to be a member of the Young Guard here. And then Squig and Valo, you guys are still members of the Old Guard. Slider, you've been playing pretty often, so we're gonna promote you to the Middle Guard. Your second game
Hey.
this week. And everyone else is members of the Old Guard. Okay. Cool. And then yeah, Yubi, if you play this weekend and maybe next weekend, I can promote you to the Old Guard.
I should
You
have
can
been
get a
the
5%
old
bonus.
god.
Just show up next weekend.
I'm busy, man.
Show up.
I have apprenticeship and it's 500 kilometers away, my school. I have
Don't
to
worry.
go like on the freaking on the border at
Very well.
Switzerland.
I'm just appreciative that you can show up and be a member of the Middle Guard. You're just mid though, but yeah.
You're
I'm
mid.
playing.
Called you mid.
Alright. Good job, Don. I'm proud of you. Keep it up. Don't join the military. Alright. Like fucking bread, thinking about it.
Yeah, isn't Brett trying
If
to
you wanna
enlist?
do
Man,
it,
it can
but
man, it can if you really want me to play, I'll just throw my future away and start playing
nah,
D&D
nah.
24/7.
That is way more important than what we're doing. Our games will If they're not forever, they're forever in our imagination at least. Oh.
So are we like taking a 5 minute break then? Is that prep
Yeah,
time
prep
or
time's
what?
over, so take 5. I'll see you guys in 5. So go ahead
Oh,
and
gang shit.
take a bathroom break, get some snacks,
Good time,
drink,
baby.
all that. I'll see you guys in 5 minutes.
Okay, I'm back. My timer went off.
You put a timer on.
Yeah, I put one on for 5 minutes and then I take a power nap.
Epic. Alright, it's been about 5 minutes, so hopefully everyone's back. We're about to get started then on the adventure. So, first part of the game done. 3 parts: prep, gameplay, and then the last part of the game's called post game. There's pre-game,
I think it's
Wait.
a funeral.
post game. Yes. A moment of silence for
Normally.
those who have fallen. Right. Okay, so this week it's the middle of May of year 11. The campaign from the village of Gevlon on the southern frontier of human settled territories continues. North of you, your village is part of the realm of Bretonnia, or the kingdom of Bretonnia. So that's where the citadel is, but you're adventurers campaigning for fame and fortune on the southern frontier. And it's out here you have taken the battle to your common foe, monsters. In the world of Dungeons and Dragons, there's witchcraft and demons, which are a common threat and something you can seek to destroy to become heroes, right? Become rich and famous. So one of these places you might do this are called dungeons. Dungeons are underground complexes that were made by humans at some point, a way into basically uh, hell. Underground strongholds or complexes made, some made by monsters, some made by man, or at least taken by the human territories long ago, so they could take the battle to the enemy, which are monsters from, in our world at least, from hell. The deeper you go into the dungeons, the closer you get to hell, the more dangerous but more rewarding it also gets as well. And of course, the enemy's home territory would be hell. Um, we'll have for those who are new, you're joining an ongoing campaign. Actually, it's rare to ever actually join a brand new campaign. There's always progress being made everywhere you go, naturally, unless you set up for brand new ruins or new settlements. Then there might be new expeditions being made. But you're coming toward the southern frontier for your first time, perhaps. You're going to be joining a campaign against the Castellan Zuolta most likely this week. Members, seasoned crew members or party members have ventured there before and continue the battle against the dungeon below it. There's a castle ruin to the south known as Castellan Volta. It's an old ruin that was housing demons and monsters below. Those monsters last year or 2 years ago almost actually came to the surface and began to populate the wilderness and actually began attacking human territories. The southern village, uh, the village you're currently at, which is the village of Gevelon, it was attacked 2 years ago. Until adventurers fought the monsters off, drove them back, and took the battle to them. Right? They began to explore the ruins and slay the monsters within dungeon level 1, and they have made a lot of progress over the year. They managed to mostly clear dungeon level 1, and they have made access into dungeon level 2 from 2 different ways. Now this week though, might be like, hopefully maybe we might make some more progress in the dungeon, but it might be like the past weeks, unfortunately. Hopefully not. These past few weeks there's been a trend, hopefully that might change, but this past spring has been pretty rough on the campaign. Rarely will we see delves in the dungeon. Last week there was another failed attempt to get to the ruins. But of course you could try adventure elsewhere. The choice is yours. Tonight though, where you currently sit is the tavern here in the village. Imagine you're in a medieval village now, in a cozy wooden building with a nice round table people are around you, not your friends, strangers. Perhaps some of them are your friends, but your friends tonight, at least your new friends that you have been invited to campaign with or have campaigned with before, are here tonight because tonight you're deciding what adventure you're going to take on for this week. These are the brave men and women who have gathered this evening for another adventure, another foray into the wilderness, perhaps, right? So you guys are of a reputable human class, right? You're of a social class known as adventurers. In a world of Dungeons and Dragons, they are quite necessary. And if you want to become anywhere close to being rich or famous, you have to be an adventurer first. In a world of Dungeons and Dragons, uh, those who can fight off monsters and slay dragons and such are kind of the power holders of the realm, right? So, um, that's gonna bring you out of the rags and into the riches, right? So you guys are all free men. You're not peasants or slaves or anything. You have your own choice in your hand, your own fate. So this evening you'll decide that actually. You can talk and talk all you want about maybe Castellan's Volta, your plans in the dungeon, what you plan to try to accomplish. Try to keep it small, right? One goal so you can maybe get it done. Maybe 3 missions if you think you're maybe like one main goal, 2 side missions, up to you. Try to like make progress, break it up how you want. If you don't want to go back to the ruins, you can of course take a break and search for adventure elsewhere. But if anyone is, yeah, does anyone want to start off the conversation? Do you have any ideas on what we should do this week?
I know a couple of you guys wanted to go back to the ruins. I'm open to decisions, but it hasn't been the fairest to us recently.
I was
We've been
going
getting
to
fucked
suggest
up.
we should probably try and go recover some of the bodies that were lost.
Yeah, I've
'Cause
heard
I've heard
rumors that the
there were a
venturing
lot
party
of,
got wiped out.
and that there might have been a lot of silver on them.
Want to make sure
Together
they
with
don't turn into undead either.
Mm.
together
Should
with
we
that,
go?
we might also we can also just go and clear out the first level, so people can actually start going there without any problem.
Oh,
Yeah, it
what
was the
about?
rat nest, I believe.
We have food, right? People bought food.
No.
No.
Weapons have been purchased. Torches, I believe, are currently being carried by a few of you. Food is all that's left to be purchased, so you guys can discuss who's gonna buy food this
Yeah.
week if you want.
Does anybody have some extra
Alright,
money?
guys. I would buy food, but like I don't think anyone wants 0 silvers.
If does anyone have like some left over or anything?
I have
I
0
have
silver.
0.
Uh-oh.
This is a good start. We're gonna starve to death this one.
I
Last
can
week
we,
was
buy
disease. The other week was monsters. This week,
Can we go rob some people?
starvation.
Shout
Well, I
out
mean,
pickpocket.
I mean the party that got wiped, I heard, wasn't too far from here. We could go out there, get what we can, and come back to town and sell it, and then you can be more prepared.
True, I suppose so. But
Honestly, that's probably a good idea.
If anything, we might be able to
Prepare.
yep, or if anything, we might be able to find like a church or a temple and maybe beg for some like alms or something. Like maybe they can donate some bread.
no, it's fine. I'll go ahead and buy some food with the 1 silver that I fucking have.
good on you. It's 1 silver worth of food. That's 30 pounds. Enough food for your party for about one day.
Yeah.
Plus my pot. Maybe we can do it for 2.
Yeah, true. Don't forget about the pot.
I can?
Yeah,
Okay,
sure.
okay.
Alright, Beldrick. You've just
Correct.
purchased food. Where would you like to put the food? You've got 30 pounds of food to store or to carry.
Hey,
I can carry it.
yep. Go.
You can put it in my saddlebags.
You did you purchase saddlebags? I think you only purchased the horse and tank.
Thought you said
Doesn't
that it came with saddlebags.
Yeah, doesn't the tech include saddlebags?
No. Tech is the bit and bridle and the saddle to ride the
How much
horse.
is the bags?
The saddlebags, I'll have to double check. I think it's about 2 or 3 silver. Let me double check.
Let's just it's fine. Let's just have Ollie carry it.
Yeah, I have space.
What do you have? A bag or a pack?
A pack. A half broken pack.
Okay, you probably could carry it.
Yeah, you said that it carries only 30 pounds,
A saddlebag is 3
while
silvers,
broken.
carries 80 pounds of gear, and it's 10 pounds of weight. So it's about the same price as a pack, carries more, but it's heavier. And then, of course, you carry it on a horse, naturally. Alright, we throw it into his pack, which you can strap onto the horse until you guys get to your destination. Let's see.
Let's go ahead and do that.
Alright then, I'll put it on his sheet though, because he's gonna be the one carrying it for the main part. For the wilderness travel, which is secondary, the horse will carry it.
Let's set out to Let's set out to the river then.
Oh, you guys are ready to leave already?
Let's first take
No.
let's first sleep.
Get some sleep tonight.
Yeah, I rather not go out in the dark.
What time is it right now?
It's
Is it
about
night time?
8 in the evening.
Right,
Day
yeah. If
0.
we get an early night, I say we set off early in the morning.
Typically, day 0's night is time to discuss your plans, and in the morning you will set out. Traveling throughout the night can get dangerous.
So the plan is try and recover lost items from another group, and then clear the first floor of a hamlet. Is it?
Sorta.
Sorta. All right.
We're going to
We
we're
should.
going to recover lost items, and if we have time, there is another body that we might go after in the hamlet. Given we have time.
Okay.
We'll be scavengers.
So let's just rest for the night then.
Alright. After dinner and after breakfast in the morning, instead of losing 7 days worth of, or 7 pounds worth of food, you lost a bit less since we made soup and porridge in the morning. So instead, got used up 5 pounds instead. So you're down to 10, or you're down to 20 pounds by the morning after breakfast. Okay, should be
Okay,
enough for lunch and dinner and the way back maybe. Alright,
Okay.
shall we begin the march, or do you guys have anything else you want to do in the village?
That's about it. What we're gonna do is we're gonna cross over to the east side of the river and then just move.
Oh, I forgot to change your nickname.
No.
My bad. 1 second. Weirdo is joining as Ace,
Yeah.
the veteran.
Asymmetrical.
Right, I need to change mine as well.
Yes, you do.
Ace Ventura.
Right, you're gonna be Warwick.
Warwick.
Alright, good to go. And then, yeah, Birita Mark. Alright, nice. Epic. Alright. Let's see. I forgot to post this for today. Alright. let's begin the travels. From the village of Gavelon, in the morning after breakfast, your crew packs their gear, looks over the provisions, the horses are good, the men are ready to march. You stand in the village of Gavelon. You got it's a medieval settlement, small village surrounded by wooden palisade. Beyond that is the farmlands, and beyond that is a wooden fence that divides or protects against the open countryside, and beyond that point is wilderness. So you're setting out, and soon the village will be disappearing behind you. This could be the last time some of you will ever see home, and this could be the start of a grand campaign for some of you. Uh, but this week's adventure will take you to Casaruan's Volta. Which course of travel would you like to take this week? You're on the west side of the river. Do you want to stay on the west side and begin your journey southeast along the river, or some other course of travel?
Oh, can we cross over to the east side?
Sure. From the village, you cross over to the east before you leave town, and you make your way southeast along the river then, or something else.
Yeah, that's
All right,
correct. South
good to go.
southeast.
3 dice for Sloan, so that we can see how well your journey goes. Travels require 3 rolls early, or usually. I usually will roll 1 for navigation. Navigation is not difficult since you're using the river to navigate, so it should be very difficult to actually get lost. As long as you stay close to the river, your party is able to travel at a normal footman's rate, but medium encumbrance, but like not, it's normal terrain. Is what I'm saying. Therefore, 12 miles per day is what you can accomplish after 8 hours of marching. A day's march is 8 hours, typically, from 8 in the morning to 1600 hours, or 4 in the afternoon, is how long you'll be marching for. Halfway through, you would have lunch, so around 12 in the afternoon, you had lunch, costing you 5 more pounds of food. And then, or not, yeah, with soup made, you lost 5 pounds of food. And the day's march comes to an end. You march along the river. You've made your way through the forested hills south of the village of Gevlon toward the Casaruan Zavolta. And along your journey, it was a calm, peaceful spring day. Nothing was encountered. The weather was fine. You've arrived. It's 4 in the afternoon when you spot the Casaruans at a safe distance.
Did we not come across any like bodies or anything on along the river?
Was that your goal? Not the
Yeah.
ruins?
Yeah, that was the idea. I'm sorry, I should have
To
specified
be
that.
fair, yeah, we didn't specify the woods.
Yeah.
We could backtrack and
Okay, we'll say that you didn't go that far then.
I know it was close by the hamlet as well.
So, at what point would you actually stop marching and begin exploring? You'd be moving very slow at that point, carefully observing your surroundings, and I can describe to you what you're seeing. So it's no longer standard march, you're like slowing down. You would just do this around 6 miles along the river, 9 miles, 12 miles. 12 miles is the extent of the journey. It's a 12-mile journey. So, at what
Probably
point
about
would you start exploring?
probably about 6, maybe 7 miles.
6 miles?
Mm,
I would recommend 9.
9.
Yeah, I did 9.
All right, we'll go 9 then.
Okay. So about 9 miles. After 9 miles of marching along the river, you begin to explore along the river. You want to continue exploring southward. At this point, you're slowing down and you're starting to carefully observe for any signs of human remains along the river. Is that fine with you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Alright. At this point, the rate that you can explore is by yards per turn. And if you're exploring by yards per turn, after 10 minutes, you're able to explore 60, unless you're mapping yourselves, then times 3. So then that's going to be 180 yards per turn. So 180 yards times, let's see, 180 times 3. You can explore up to 540 feet every 10 minutes. Keep in mind, in an hour, your party's normal rate is going to be, since your party moves at the rate of 12 miles in 8 hours, your normal rate is actually like, you can move 1.5 miles, or 1 mile is 5,280, right? 5280. I think so.
I think so. Yeah, that's
So
correct.
typically, your party is able to explore or march 7,920 feet in 1 hour. And if you explore though, that's 6 turns, so 6 times 540, whatever that was. Let's see, what was it 180 yards times 3, 540 is 10 minutes times 6 in 1 hour. So in an hour, you explore 3,240 feet. Okay, divide that by 5 to 80. That means if you're exploring instead of marching, you only move about 0.61 miles in an hour. Versus if you were marching, you would move at 1.5 miles an hour. So about 2 times faster if you were just marching. Is that fine?
That's
Yes.
fine.
Okay.
That's good.
So if you explore, you're moving a little less than half the rate. Okay.
Should we
makes
spread
sense.
out a little bit and explore the
Spread your
woods along
ranks.
the river?
Sure.
Yeah.
Alright, you spread your ranks so that you can cover more ground as you march along the river. And we'll see if you find anything out here. Alright,
Someone disappeared.
we
Yeah.
lost a man.
Yeah.
The rookie is out.
Our strongest man. That's unfortunate.
I'm tanked. No.
Our tank is gone.
Yikes.
Did she
It
like?
happens.
Did she leave the game? Might have
Maybe
just had
she
her.
might. Yeah, she might come back. Maybe.
Yeah,
I'll
just
ask.
keep this thing open.
Hopefully
Was
just
she on the
internet
young
people.
guard?
Yeah, she was new. It's
Yeah,
expected for them to
maybe.
fall out.
Yeah, maybe technical issues, but yeah, I'd say after a couple minutes, probably not.
Hopefully just internet issues.
Fingers crossed. If not, we're our big fighter down.
Can we make our fighter a
Oh,
retainer?
she's coming back. Alright, so she might be a good one.
Sweet, sweet.
Sorry, what were you saying, Idle? Or Eden, I bet.
I was asking if we can make that fighter a retainer if she doesn't come back.
Maybe if you can negotiate. But she'll have to get back to town first and then think about it. It'll be a good retainer for sure. With those rules.
Backup character. It'd be the person you'd want to name as your heir.
Alright, we shall continue though without her for now. Because we're not in any hurry or anything or any danger yet. So she's just tagging along at the moment. Or he's just tagging along. Welcome back, Ace.
Hello.
Alright. We just finished marching, I believe. We are a safe distance away. I think the last we were discussing was what were we discussing before that?
We just spread out across.
Oh yeah, we didn't make it to ruins yet. We're actually exploring still.
Not yet.
And I'll tell you if you see anything. Do you want to go by turn base? So I'll tell you if you see anything per turn then. So after a turn of exploring, you have found nothing so far. You explored for 1 turn south along the river, so you're about 1 turn further south after a 9-mile march. You want to keep going? Keep exploring from here?
Yep.
Alright, another turn passes. And you still find pretty much nothing. Yeah. There's maybe a little slightly different terrain here along this part of the river. You came across a small open grassland here. Not something you would recognize typically. You keep going. The next, the third turn, you come across, you carefully are observing your surroundings. This time your party comes across one of you marching along the forested hills. You come across a strange sap on a tree. It's like a strange black sap.
Who notices that?
This would be, you may discuss it, but if you want to know in particular, this person could take action before anyone else does, such as if they want to lick it or something. or pocket it themselves. This is gonna be character number 1. So, Vadik, the dwarven veteran. You come across a tree that has a strange black goo dripping down from it.
Hmm.
Do you want to do anything about it? Mention it to the party?
Sure, obviously. I mean,
Alright, you report this to your
weird
party.
things dropping.
Yeah. Something slow and drippy on the tree here. The rest of you want to gather and have a look, or do you guys want to keep moving?
Take a look.
Keep in mind, your goal was to find the bodies, and at this rate, you're only 30
Oh
minutes
yeah,
in.
I kind of want to keep looking for the bodies.
Yeah, I vote
If
for
you-
to keep on
Let's
going.
just ig-
We
let's just
spend
ignore
time
it.
searching this or checking this out, but some of you
Yeah,
gather
let's
around the
just
tree
ignore
then.
it.
Who wants to stop and gather around the tree? No one?
Hmm.
Alright.
Guys,
Vadik, you want to keep
tree?
moving then? No one else. They were stopping for a moment after you said something, and then just say, move on.
You could
right?
collect
Keep-
it if you want.
I mean, I don't care about this stuff.
Okay.
I'm just gonna keep walking.
The party moves forward. 4 turns in now. Nothing. 5 turns in. Nothing. 6 turns in. Nothing. Right.
Fucking.
Did we just miss them? It's kind of hard to miss some bodies, isn't it?
You're 6 turns in, so an hour just passed and you marched a total of 9.6 miles along the river now. So naturally, if you're not the appropriate distance along the river, there's 0% chance that you would actually find the bodies if you're not at the right position in the first place to search. Right, so
You guys
can't find
wanna
it if it's not
circle
actually
back?
there, so.
I think they're closer to the actual ruins.
Yeah, maybe they're on the
A
hills.
lot closer.
Yeah, they might have been like in the forest areas.
So let's just make our way to the hills.
Resume normal
immediately.
march. We used an hour of our time, so we're not gonna get to the ruins by the end of the day. Mostly forest march. We'll be an hour away from it.
That's okay.
Do you guys want to resume normal march, or do you guys want to keep exploring?
Normal.
Normal march.
Okay. Normal march to the ruins. And with that, you're about 1 hour away from the ruins then. So, by the end of the day's march, you're maybe about 1 or 1.5 miles away from the ruins. By the end of the day's march. So you're not a safe distance, you're a
Let's-
very safe distance away from it, right?
Let's get real quick force march. What do you say, guys?
No, let's just rest.
Okay.
Alright,
mean,
we
if
have a
a force
conflicting
march-
idea.
Would a force march get us closer to the ruins?
It would probably get you there,
Yes.
but therefore you'll need to take a day to actually just rest completely
Yeah.
if you force
Yeah.
march.
So, because it's either take another day to rest, which we'll run out of food, or
Yeah,
get
force
attacked by
marches are
monsters
best
out
when
here.
you're about to, like, get somewhere that has food that you can resupply at. So like if you're
Yeah,
about to be in town, get
Yeah.
the force march, right? But if you're still at the beginning of your journey, you're gonna burn out pretty quick, right? So it's always good to force march like near the finish line, right? So that way
Yeah,
you can
my vote's
recharge.
on just resting.
Yeah, it's not worth the forced march. Let's just rest.
Alright, after a day's travel, you lost a total of 10 pounds of food at the afternoon for lunch and at night for dinner. So you're left with 10 pounds for day 2. This was day 1 of May, the middle of May. Alright, we're going into day 2 now. We're at 10 pounds of food for the morning. You have breakfast, you're down to 5 pounds. You only have enough food for lunch later. Let's see. So we're running low on food already. But before the morning comes, 2 more dice are slung for wandering monster checks. Daytime, nighttime. Nothing approaches your camp in the night or in the afternoon, the evening hours. You woke up refreshed, healthy, after breakfast. We're definitely full bellied and ready to march again. Shall we continue to the ruins or something else?
Let's make our way to the hills just outside the ruins.
Okay. So you're getting close to the ruins, within the forested hills still.
Is there any woodlands around the hamlet? The ruins.
You're not quite there yet, but you've never been there before as well, Warwick.
Yeah, that's a
You
good
can
point.
ask the other members if you want, if they remember. All right.
So are we in the Forested Hills now?
Not yet. Do we need to discuss anything else before we march?
No, sir.
Okay.
Or no.
Let us begin the march then. Resuming march. We'll have a 1 mile march to get close to the ruins. You're approaching the ruins. You're traveling 1 mile toward it. At a safe distance of one, let's see, that's 8. At 90 yards, you spot the ruins from a safe distance. So you're 100, or you're 270 feet you're 270 feet north of the ruins. You can spot the hamlet that surrounds the castle ruins, the Volta, from a distance. You have marched along the rocky pass, or the rocky ledge of the riverside. It's heavily forested here, but from a tall hill in the distance, looking downstream over the groves and the rolling hills of forestry and trees and such, you can see the river flows through a surrounding hamlet that surrounds on a hill or on an island the river flows around. There's a castle ruin that towers above a forested hill, a tall one that overlooks the rest of the hamlet surrounding it. You can see this from the north. You're looking south toward it, downstream. So you're looking from above, right, down on its position. So that is at a safe distance of 90 yards. Would you like to approach at this point, or something else?
Let's search through the Forested Hills.
Alright, you begin your search for the corpses. Are we all in
Not
agreement? You
Mm-hmm.
guys want to search
Sure.
for the corpses of past members? It might not be a very profitable find. Low to high risk for low rewards. Let's see. Potentially high if that member had money on them. But we'll find out as soon as we find one, if we find one. Alright then. Shall we search north or south? You're 90 feet from the ruins, so do you want to go upstream, back the way you came to search, or do you want to go downstream? It's been a week since the party was here. You haven't seen the remains out in the open on your way down.
Let's check north. Actually, I believe there's Forested Hills to the east, is there not?
East of you is Forest Hills. You're on the east side of the river right now. You might also want to pay attention to what side of the river that you guys were on last week. Because if you're not on the right side, there's absolutely 0% chance you would find them, right?
Oh, so they might have been on the west side of the river and we just missed them that way.
Probably something you should have discussed before marching 12 miles or a day and a half along the wrong side of the river, but it's alright, I suppose.
Yeah, we could go ahead and try and search the other side of the river.
How would you like to cross the river? It's 30 feet wide.
I think at this point, let's just go for the dungeon. We are already here.
Yeah,
Let's
we
just
might
do it,
just
though.
We got a big group. Let's do it.
yeah. Let's clear out the rat nest and get some heads and go back.
Maybe we can give a quick check over when we are heading back.
I don't know, guys. That weird thing on the tree seemed kind of peculiar.
So what's the party's decision then? We have some conflicting ideas.
I'm down
Let's
for a dungeon.
yeah, let's just go dungeon delve. We have torches, I
A
believe.
lot.
Do we want to get a collar just so we're all in agreement on
Better
stuff?
organized.
Yep.
I recommend you pick someone you actually trust this time with your lives. especially if you plan to follow them blindly to your death. So, and not pay attention throughout the game.
My vote's for Eden. She's the most experienced here. She's been to the dungeon and survived, from what I've heard.
I'd like to pass this time. I've been calling for a while. I think some of the people should get a chance.
If you don't know, you can also roll randomly, or you can go without a caller, of course. It's an optional roll. But of course, you can benefit from it greatly if you have a good one.
Um, I I I can be a caller. I have been to the dungeon once.
Ollie has been to the dungeon?
Yeah,
Once.
Yeah, okay.
I'll vote for Ollie to be the caller.
Anyone object? So if we have Ollie on board,
Hmm.
Ollie appoints himself, and Baldric supports this decision. All in agreement, say aye. If you are not, speak up.
Aye.
This is a very important decision.
Right.
Ollie.
And for those who are new, a caller is pretty much someone that's gonna act as your spokesperson. So they can say commands like "we," and the dungeon master will assume you're doing it too. Then, unless you speak against it. So they could say, "We jump off a bridge and kill ourselves." Then you'll do it too, unless you speak up.
So who nominated themselves again? Sorry.
Ollie
Is it
did.
Ollie? Ollie nominated themselves.
And Baldric has his back.
Yeah.
I guess I trust Ollie. I'll pick Ollie.
Okay, no objections.
Nope.
I'm just gonna double check with everyone. I heard Vadik in agreement. Eden, you gotta go.
Yeah, suits me.
Okay, Warwick,
Yeah.
Baldric, I heard you. Britomar, what do you think?
Yeah, we'll go
Alright,
with
and
Ollie.
then Ace, our newest member. Do you have any opinion on this?
No.
Good to go? Alright, awesome. Ollie the medium, you have been appointed caller. Your men look to you for guidance. So, from here, where shall we continue? Or how shall we continue?
We shall continue towards the hamlet.
Okay, direct approach, you're moving south along the river.
Yes.
Alright, you're now approaching. You're moving through the forested hills, and the forested hills now reveal up ahead the start of the surrounding hamlet. Old ruined buildings, all that's left are the stone foundations. Would you like to pass through them, or some other way?
Yes. Directly pass through them.
Okay. You continue along the river, past them, passing through, getting closer and closer to your destination. Beyond the hamlet is the moat that the river forms that surrounds the island on which there is a hill upon the castle ruins sit. Castle ruins of Volta high up on the hill. As you approach, it becomes harder to see the closer you get to the base of the hill. But from the east side, as you make your way through the hamlet, you will pass in the hamlet an old rope bridge that you can use to cross to the west side if you do choose to. The eastern side is heavily forested and not as densely populated with old structures, so it's mostly forest as you pass through this area. There are fewer buildings on the east side versus the west side. Would you like to pass over the bridge or continue south along the east side?
Yes. We're gonna pass over the bridge.
Okay, you cross over the bridge going from east to west side, and now you're on the west side of the hamlet. Rolling for
And we'll continue
wandering
towards the
monsters.
hamlet.
Unlike the rest of the forest hills, which was pretty lively with animals and insects and birds and such, the hamlet is quiet. You've made your way south along the western side of the river at this point, and you're approaching what appears to be a drawbridge. It's collapsed, but all that spans the gap is an old plank of wood, made up of parts of the ruins, you believe, parts of the wood beams and wood planks that were buried under the moss and overgrowth on the stone wreckage and ruin of the surrounding hamlet. There's a small stone gate that blocks entry onto the bridge. It's currently open though, but it could block it if you close it off if you wanted to.
Okay, everyone, one by one over the plank.
Alright. At this point, would you guys like to, those who have mounts, would you like to secure your mounts here or try to guide your mounts across the plank of wood? So this includes anyone with a horse. That might be Eden at the very least.
Yeah, I'll leave mine here.
Okay. Anyone else have a horse that they want to leave here? Okay. You all cross on foot, leaving your mounts behind. I think we only had one mount. Okay. One at a time, you've all made it across the bridge. You cross over a plank of wood. It is unsteady, but someone holds it down perhaps. You're able to easily cross without much issue. You can feel it creaking beneath your feet. So if you were perhaps too heavy, it might even snap under your weight. You've all made it across at this point. When you get to the other side, there's another bridge gate that you go past, and on the base of the hill now, there's a sheer drop to the north side that will drop you into the moat, the cliff drop. But toward the south, there's a steep climb up the hill, a forested hill, which will allow you onto the top where the castle ruin is. You can use a rocky path that you're standing before to get up there if you want.
We'll go through the rocky path.
Very well. Only the medium leads you up the rocky path to the north wall of the castle ruin. Do we lose that fighter again?
Yeah, I'm guessing they'll be back in a bit.
Oh.
I'm guessing, I'm uncertain though.
We're leaving them at the bridge gate then.
Oh.
Until they come back. Because we're about to enter into dangerous territory. So, they'll be at risk. They'll be waiting with the horse at the very least. They have cold feet about crossing the bridge and exploring the ruins.
Yeah, that's good.
We're leaving Ace?
Yep.
Yeah, out the horses.
That's unfortunate.
At the very least, he will be there with the horse. Since he participated as long as he did, but he doesn't do much else. At this point, he is too afraid to press on. Okay. The rest of you are brave and you continue to march up the hill toward the north wall of the castle ruin. In the middle of the north wall is the gatehouse. Between you and the inner ward, the gatehouse has 2 entry points. The front, or two doors pretty much. The front is an old iron gate. It's all rusty. It's half raised. It's a portcullis. Past it, in the passage itself, you can see there's a pit that dominates the center halfway across, and then at the very end there's a set of double doors. They're wide open, old wooden doors, cut and splintered and broken.
We'll go through it, being careful of the pit trap.
Through the main entry or through the gatehouse, you lead your party around the pit and into the inner ward. Within the courtyard, you'll see off to the east, along the eastern wall, a stair begins along the north wall, leading up onto the northern battlement from the east side. Toward the west, the western wall is dominated by the actual keep, the house of the castle ruin. Toward the south, along the eastern wall, is a stable, the ruins of one. Toward the south, in the center area, is a well, and far to the south along the south wall is an archery range. And on the west side, toward the south, is the start of a stairway that leads up to the door, or the entry of the keep.
Let's go to the stairway for the keep.
Okay, you approach the stairs that ascend the eastern side of the keep. You're at the base of the stairs, and before you ascend, do you want to do anything else?
No.
Alright, you climbed up the stairs. The stairs are a bit narrow, allowing one to stand comfortably, single file up, ascending it, right? When you get to the top, there's a old wooden door barely hanging on the hinges. Beyond the door, you see into the keep is the main hall directly ahead, past a small intersection, from which you can also continue north or south down a side passage. Both side passages will turn west after about 10 to 15 feet. So from here, would you like to enter or do anything else?
Guys, let's first establish a marching order and light the torches.
I'm gonna be right at the back. And if anyone's got a torch I can hold on, I can take it.
Okay. Eden, would you mind being at the front for just in case for traps?
Sure, I'll check for traps.
Okay. So, Baldric, do you mind being at the front with
Yeah,
Eden?
I can take first rank.
Okay. So Eden and Baldric are going to be first rank. Wardrick wanted to be at the back. Uh, so he'll be at the back with Bitumart.
Actually, can I just be like 10 feet out in front of the party while we're traveling, and then when we encounter something, I'll retreat to second rank and use my spear. So can you
Okay,
put me
sure.
in second rank?
Okay, yeah.
All right, give me a
Uh,
normal marching order. So this is the usual marching order you want to use.
uh, Vlad Vladik and Baldric are going to be at the front. Uh, Warwick and Bitmar are going to be at the back, and I and Eden are going to be in the middle.
This is the normal marching order you want to use.
Yeah, and while we are exploring, Eden is going to be at the front, completely at the front, a couple
So your
feet in
your
front of
exploration
everyone.
marching order is the normal marching order. Combat is
Oh,
different, right? That's for combat. So your normal marching order sends Eden to first rank by herself, about 10 feet ahead of the party.
yes.
She's kind of split away, but in second rank, past her or behind her, includes Valdric. You said
Uh, no. Yeah, Baldric, and Vladik.
okay. So Vadik and Valdric take up the front rank in case the thief falls back. And then second rank would be just one person, so in case that the thief does fall
Uh,
back,
yeah, me.
okay, she can take her place in second rank. So that's just Ollie in third rank. And then fourth
Is
rank,
going to be Warwick and Bertomer. But
in rank 4, or do you want just one
Britomar.
person in rank 4 and then two people in rank
Uh,
5, the rear guard?
the rear guard will be Baldric and Britmore.
I thought I was
He's in the front.
in the front.
No, not Baldric. Warwick. Warwick and Britmar. Sorry,
Okay. So
I'm looking at the
Warwick
names
and
and I read yours by accident.
Britomart. And oh yeah, sorry, Ace is not with you guys. Never mind. So yeah, fourth rank is these two. Ace is out of action. The others are still here, taking up rank 4. Alright, ranks have been assigned. Before you go in, would you like to perhaps prepare torches and weapons? Or any tools?
Torches. Let's prepare and light torches.
Okay, we are now equipping our party.
Uh, I'll
Torchbearers.
prepare my
First
weapon.
off, who's gonna light torches?
Who has torches? I think Eden has torches. Or am I wrong?
Yeah, Eden will prepare a torch for herself. Does anyone else have torches?
No,
No.
I don't think so.
So
All
We
with
right.
have
12
only
torches, Ian.
three. We have
How many
only
would you
three
like to light?
lines, so one should be enough.
Yeah. All right. So one more, pass it to the back line, I guess, or you can carry it. It doesn't matter.
Right, Eden, you lit 2 torches. You have 10 left.
Actually, I have 9 because I used one last session.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
I think you used 2 last session or something. I already tracked those.
Yeah,
You start with
it
14,
was something like
went
that.
down to 12. Okay. Are you sure you think it's 9?
So I'm thought so.
Okay, we'll go with what you say.
Okay.
Alright.
Warwick, do you want to hold the second torch?
Yeah, I can do.
Okay.
I'm gonna if there's anything scary about, I'm gonna extinguish it straight away and hide. Um, just a heads up.
All right, so we lit 2 torches up. They were Eden's torches. You passed one to Eden and you passed one to Warwick, right?
Yes.
Those are the torchbearers. Okay. And then weapons. Do you guys want to go in armed or hands free?
Armed.
Go in armed.
All right.
Yep.
Britomar, what would you like to equip?
Just my longbow. That's all I have.
And then Ace is not here. Vadik, what would you like to equip?
I'll equip the spear and the shield, I guess. Spearman.
All right. And Eden, you have a torch in your offhand. Do you want to equip something in your main hand?
10-foot pole.
Okay. And Warwick, you have a torch in your offhand. You
I
want
have
to
my
equip something?
dagger in the other hand.
And then Ollie, what would you like to
Longbow.
equip? Longbow. All right. And Baldric, what would you like to equip?
My shield and morning star.
All right, good to go. So in the front lines, we see right now it's just the thief by herself, Eden, carrying a 10-foot pole and a torch. Behind her, not far away, about 10 feet away, to the south of her, or to the rear of her, would be second rank Vadik and Baldric. Both of them are shield bearers, and one has a mace, or a Morningstar, and one has a spear. Good to go. All right. We shall begin the exploration of the dungeon. Any objections? We're about to enter. Anything else you guys wish to discuss? Okay. You're now moving west into the ruins of the keep. As soon as you step in, you're in a small intersection. North of you and south of you are side passages that go about 10 or 15 feet and then turn west. West of you is the main hall. Which one would you like to explore?
We'll go north.
You explore north through a side passage. After about 10 or 15 feet, it turns west.
We are going west and continuing west on the next intersection.
You make it to the next intersection, south of which you'll see the main hall, west of which you'll see a trap door up ahead, a floor door.
West to the trapdoor.
Nothing new here. The trapdoor is open, the stairs descend into some kind of cellar. One at
We
a
are
time you may
descending the
descend.
stairs.
Or single file, I mean. You descend the stairs. The stairs are old and rickety, and only one person can fit at a time. Like single file, you can go more at once, but it's a tight squeeze. And you lead your party down these stairs into the cellar, which continues or opens to the southeast. When you get down, you're in the northwestern corner. You can see the north wall and the west wall. They both have shelving units, and toward the southeast, you can feel that the floor is kind of sloping down toward the southeast.
We're going to the southeast and climbing down the ropes that are there.
As you explore toward the southeast, you do find a large pit here. It's about 10 foot above which there's a large hole in the ceiling leading into the main hall, but your focus is the pit. On the western side of the pit, you see some ropes that you lead your party toward and begin descending into a 15-foot wide pit, within which there's a 10-foot wide pit that has a set of spiral stairs descending. They're 5 feet wide. 10 feet wide is the pit in which the stairs are in. So you make
We're
it
going
down.
down the stairs.
You go down the spiral stairs. single file or 2 columns? It's 5 feet wide, so you can go 2 column, but it's
the
tight.
normal rate. The
Normal
normal
rate.
rate.
Okay, so you're 2 column on the way down. It's a tight squeeze if you're 2 column, but it's doable. You make your way down the stairs and into a large cavernous chamber. The stairs descended about 30 feet underground below the cellar. So you're going down. Alright, let me see if there's anything new on the stairs. In the cellar itself, you did hear bats, I would say, but they did not pay your party much attention. They were just squeaking off to the southeast. On the way down the stairs, on the other hand, it's a 30-foot descent. Halfway down, you come across more bats, which fly out from further below and cause you guys some trouble for a little bit, but it's not much of an issue. It doesn't last very long. There's a whole swarm or cluster of bats just flying out of the stairs, through the stairs and out into the cellar. But they swarm some of your members, and it happens only for about a minute. There's bats covering you. If you don't have clothes, there would be a disease check, but you are covered in clothing, so you're fine. You guys protect yourselves, maybe defend yourselves, fight them off a little bit, brandish your weapons, and they ignore you after a minute. They fly right over you and right past you. So just a small encounter there. Alright, that's pretty much it. You've made it to the bottom of the stairs, into a large 30-foot round cavernous chamber. Let me see if there's anything new down here. Alright. Nothing really new here. There have been minor changes perhaps. It doesn't smell as bad as it did last week. It continues to become more swamp-like. The floor down here is muddy, wet, still swampy, and still a bit smelly. Still smells a bit rotten, but not as bad as last week. So the decay is starting to become the decaying smell is starting to disappear, right? It's starting to smell more like just sewage. Alright. So from here you see one exit off to the west. This cavernous chamber houses a lot of bones though. The bones of various creatures in every direction, sinking and continually decomposing in the muddy waters.
We'll go through the exit.
Alright, you lead your party west 10 feet toward the exit. It's an old wooden door. It is open and allows access into a large expanse of a cavernous chamber that continues northwest.
I would like to ask, Miss Eden, do you know where exactly the nest is? Because I do not know the location of the rat nest. You're muted if you're talking.
Eden died.
Okay. Well, anyone else? Does anyone else know the location of the nest?
Sorry, I
Yep.
didn't know I was on mute. Yeah, I know where it is. It's the to the north of the big cave area. There's a chamber with a table in it and a door that you have to write the word "open" on in order to open it. You know that one?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, it's through that door is the chamber with the rats in it.
Okay.
It's on the map.
Yeah, yeah. Let's continue northwest.
Is anyone in our party heavy? No, right? Everyone's medium or lighter?
Everyone's medium or lighter.
Therefore, you can move 180 feet per turn. Getting down here took you about one turn. So, let's see. You're now moving northwest, you said?
Yes.
Right. Northwest is a 90-foot movement toward the next exit that you guys remember being here last time you were here. And a 90-foot movement means 9 chances of new changes along the area you explore. You can of course still see about 20 feet around you, so you can scout further ahead with your torches in every direction. But only the area that you're moving through might cause you any concern. In the first 30 feet of movement, you come across minor changes. you notice that more of the rocks continue to become, or more of the stalactites reveal crystal formations, quartz and amethyst. This is a cavern full of that, right? Naturally. Let's see, another 30 feet in, and let's see. Your scout, Eden, who's prodding up ahead. Let's see.
Guys, I need to do something. I'll be right back in 5 minutes.
There you go.
I don't know where we're going, so I don't know.
Alright. The scout, Eden, is up ahead, scouting 10 feet ahead of you, seeing 20 feet ahead, which is giving you guys approximately 30 feet of lighting, because you guys have 10 feet from your own torches and an additional 20 feet from her torch, so you guys can pretty much see 30 feet ahead, with her being ahead of you. She sees 20 feet ahead naturally. So you stretch your light out. Let's see. The main party seeing Eden up ahead. Eden, you're coming across something with your pole, something in the cavern with you. This is around 45 feet halfway through. When you start to prod into something on the ground, appears to be a large hole. It's about 1.5 foot wide, and it's a tunnel in the side of a stalactite, like a burrow. It leads southwest, mostly west, so southwest west. You could crawl through it if you weren't wearing a lot of gear.
All right, I inform the party.
Okay, you report this, you stop, the party catches up to you, and you guys can discuss if you'd like. But Eden reports the small hole, might point it out to the rest of you. Or she does point it out to the rest of you. You might take action if you want. Would we like to discuss it or move forward? Or take action?
Is that like the nest or what?
It shouldn't be. The nest is in a different room. We're still in the cavern area, right?
You're still in a large cavern.
Well, no, I have no idea then.
I'd say keep on
Do
moving.
I'd like to listen and smell. Do I smell rat? Do I smell any kind of animal?
You listen. So you said, everyone, a moment, right? You set your torch away so you don't have to listen to the fire, or you set it to a different direction so you listen into the hole for any approaching wandering monsters, right? This will be about the turn of listening, okay? Naturally, if there was something, you would hear it, but you carefully listen to see if you can hear wandering monsters approaching within the hole. The rest of you,
Fuck.
you guys want to take an action as she does this? This is going to take a turn, 10 minutes.
Can
She's
I
kind of, yeah.
Wait, so we're still in this cavern room
Yes.
right now. Okay. Can I can I find a dark shadow to hide in?
Sure.
Sweet.
This place is dark. You get behind a stalactite. Are you trying to hide from the hole?
I wanna be undetectable. So I'll hide in
How does
any.
do you want to be like maybe behind it or above it so that whatever crawls out you might be able to
If there's anywhere I can hide in the shadow where if something comes out of the hole, I'll be behind it.
Very well. Warwick is getting into position. How about the rest of you?
Pretty
I
much
mean,
gonna help Eden listen for any rats or
Alright.
anything
You get
approaching.
close to the hole. You guys crouch down and listen against it. Anyone else? Okay.
nope, nothing
The rest
else.
of you stand around, and if you're paying attention, you're maybe on guard. If you're not, you're just, dozing off. Let's see if you hear anything after a turn of listening.
Okay, I'm back. Apologies for having to go for a second.
Careful listening revealed that you cannot hear anything approaching, but you can hear what sounds like scampering feet up and down the tunnel. There's something there. Something in that tunnel. It's not approaching though. It's just in there.
Do I smell rat feces or anything like that?
Yeah, you do smell rat feces.
Okay. It looks like the rat warren has either relocated or extended to the cavern area. Um, Going into this little rat warren by myself with no equipment doesn't sound appealing. Um, Maybe we should go to the main area where we saw the skeleton we wanted to retrieve, the dead adventurer.
I
Do
have
we?
an idea. I have floating disc, the spell. I can lower us down there.
It's. I don't think it's a hole that you would fall down into. I think it's
No, it's like a
a
burrow.
tunnel into,
Slopes down
into the
Oh.
gradually.
side.
If we are just trying to get rid of like the burrow, why don't we just drop a torch in there?
Well, I mean, I think it would hold them at bay for a while, but kind of a waste of a torch if we're going to go to the main area.
Yeah.
True.
We can go main area.
All right, so I just let our caller know that we should probably just continue to proceed northwest, and go out of the cavern through the north door, and then turn west through the door that we have to open
Okay, let's
into the main
continue then.
area with the rats.
Let's continue northwest to the door.
Alright. So something you might note down, but
Are you there,
let's
Ollie?
proceed.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, I was just telling you what we need to do next since you.
Yeah. Apologies for having to go for a second.
All good. The last bit of the movement northwest is uneventful. You've made it through the rest of the cavern, and you've made it to an exit on the western side of the north wall of the cavern. Here you find an old wooden door. It's smashed open, and just outside of it, among the rocks, are a few dried bones here and there. Most are, unfortunately, the bones of humans. You find a few rib cages, femurs and such scattered about, maybe even a skull or two.
Well, let's enter through the door.
Alright, you make way into the chamber beyond. This chamber is not like the cavern. It is a stone or a stronghold of sorts. It's got stone brick walls and stone tiled floors, 4 columns. There's a stone door. It's currently closed. There's a strange tablet on it. This is toward the west. You've seen it before. You've been here before. There's a round table between the pillars. Basically, would you like me to describe the rest of this chamber, or are you good? You want to keep going?
No need.
Okay.
I'm going to go to the door and repeat what I did last time. Take my ink from, I guess, my bag, and with my finger and the ink, draw over the ruins that are written on the tablet.
Mm-hmm. Alright then. Let's see. Eden, are you still scouting ahead, or are you staying with the party now at this point?
Yeah, I'm scouting ahead.
Very well. Eden, as you lead your men northwest, mostly west, toward the next door, in this gathering chamber, or this stone chamber with a round table and 4 pillars and such. You do prod something up ahead. Let's see. As you're prodding the floor up ahead, you reveal on one of the stone tiles are cracked, and it's like it's like lifted open, and when you push to the side, it reveals a small hole. The hole is about 1 foot wide, like a rat burrow hole, but it was covered by a stone tile that wasn't put back. The hole leads toward the west, or like it burrows toward the west. This could lead into the area you've been before. A shortcut for the rats to get through.
All right, I pointed out to Ollie.
Ollie, you see this about 10 feet ahead where she's prodding, which is actually 20 feet from your position. This is near the western exit, or close to it when she prods. On the way toward it, she prodded one tile. Do you want to put the tile back onto the hole, put a counterweight on there, or do you want to just leave it out in the open? You did move the tile with your pull. So you can put it back where it was. It was slightly above the burrow.
I think we should close this completely off so they cannot escape from here when we attack the actual nest. What do you say, guys?
Sure.
Yep.
Alright,
So close it and somehow block it off.
maybe something heavy. You see one piece of the wall, a single stone brick is near the stone door, just off to the side. It looks out of place, right, compared to the rest of the chamber, which is mostly intact.
Well, let's use that brick over there.
You pick it up, you put it over the tile. Do you want to put the tile back on, right, and then set it back in place?
Yeah.
And put the brick on it. Okay. This is about halfway across from the southern door to the western door. And you do make it to the west door. You begin to type your password. What's your password again?
It is Omega in the top right. P in the top left is Omega. Top right is P. In the bottom left is E like letter, and at the bottom right is N.
Alright. So those who have not been here before and haven't been paying attention might want to pay close attention here. But he's writing the password in with his finger, presses against the plate. O, P, E, N. And after that, each pressure plate will go in as soon as he finishes tracing over with his finger. Each one would shake, right, feeling the pressure of his finger, and then as soon as it was written, it would go into the door, line up with the rest of the door, and when they're all depressed, the door slides toward the south and reveals the next chamber beyond. You are allowed access into some kind of wine chamber. When you look into it with your torchlight, this chamber is about 30-foot square chamber. So you start exploring into it. You've been in before. It's got an exit to the north and west, and it's got rows of broken wine pots. Would you like a further or more detailed description? As a basic description.
Yeah,
There's
sure.
also a large hole off to the southwest, where a pool of water has formed. There have been some other new developments in here. The southeast corner and basically the whole southern wall is now collapsed, and it's become a pond, a large pond. As soon as you enter, also a horde of rats begin to just scamper off into the distance. Some drop into this pond. So in this 30-foot chamber, in the middle of the eastern wall is the exit you're entering from. But along that south wall, that whole area is now collapsed and has become a sort of a pond now. Rats jump down into the pool as the torchlight fills the chamber. Rats scamper off to the north, rats scamper off to the west. They are fleeing in fear. You can hear them all squeaking about, right? And jumping into the water, splash, splash, scampering off in every direction, right? Except
running.
So I guess we have to get to the ponds and examine it to see what exactly the rat nest is made of, or what's happening with it.
The entire southern side of the chamber is now all the tiles there are moved, right? Like dug away, pushed off to the side, chipped away at, broken. and now it's just a pond of water here, a pool of water along the south side. So instead of the south side being a nice 10 foot by 30 foot smooth surface, it's now 5 foot of it by 30 feet is broken tile, allowing a pond to have been formed. So it doesn't take up the entire south side, it takes up 5 feet of it versus 10 feet. See, it's not just immediately the south side becomes a pool. There's like a bit of a, you can move south for a little bit before there's a drop into a pool. But most of the water seems to be settled, and it seems to be, most of the water drains here. If any water was leaking from the ceiling or from other chambers, it all kind of flows down into this area. Mostly toward the southwest, where you see the water drains out into a larger area of water. There's a large hole in the southwestern corner, is where the majority of the water flows, and it's shallow toward the east. So the eastern area that's been dug out is pretty shallow still. Looks like a new construction, right? New construction here, made by the giant rats.
We should probably knock that down.
How? It's a pond of water.
Oh, you said structure.
Yeah, they constructed
No,
a pond of
it was
water.
constructed a
Oh.
pond.
My bad, my bad.
Uh, so guys, what do we do for the water? Anyone have an idea?
Is it fresh water?
It looks quite dirty.
It's quite dirty.
hmm It's dark and muddy. A lot of movement was in there, right? Naturally, not long ago, you saw a bunch of giant rats, about 3 feet long, dive into the water, along with smaller rats.
Hmm.
Can we look at the ceiling? Do we see like a hole in the ceiling, or maybe like on the upper part of the wall?
No holes in the ceiling. No
No.
holes in the upper parts of the walls. So that's good to go.
Okay,
But
so they're
these
not
rats are
jumping down.
flourishing.
Wait,
They might
there's
have
there's
a
a
food
whole
source down here that's causing them to populate this area.
there's
Right.
a hole in the upper side. You sir.
The southern side of the chamber is collapsed.
Is it? Okay.
There's 2 exits from here, a north archway and a western arch exit. No doors, just doorways or exits.
Hmm.
Well, guys, we haven't checked the north side of, these cellars in a while. It might be worth just checking out to see if maybe there are food sources there or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Another option is to examine how deep is the pool at the deeper end.
It's hard to tell. The shallow part maybe is a foot deep max. The middle part maybe knee deep, so about a foot and a half deep perhaps. And then the western half looks like it's about waist deep to chest deep.
60 what?
The southwestern area, the deepest part is about waist to chest deep.
Oh, okay. Is there a hole on the other side of the deep area
Yeah,
of the wall?
there's a hole in the southwest allowing the water to drain, or
Hmm.
to be to allow water into this area in the first place. There might be in like an underground lake toward the southwest, or
Do we
reservoir.
still see like a skeleton in that hole?
The water is a lot deeper than it was the previous week because the hole is a lot deeper now, right? When you first saw the hole, it was maybe about, you could actually see into the water, right? It was only about maybe a foot and a half deep. Now it's like waist to chest deep, so about 3 feet deep max. And the water's too murky to tell.
Hmm.
You'll have to go in to find out. You have special
Let's.
torches. Your torches don't die in water. These are 1 hour long, very expensive torches that you guys spend like a silver on, so 1 copper each. So these torches are like magnesium torches. They last for an hour and are waterproof. to some extent.
All agree.
Okay, so somebody suggested to check the other sides of the chamber, so let's do that first.
You want to lead your party west?
I
Uh,
think they north.
yeah, north.
Yeah,
They
like
said north.
the
Okay.
other sellers.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So through the wine cellar, you lead your party north, and this appears to be, as you step in, appears to be some kind of laboratory or kitchen. There are there's like a sink area or cleaning area off to the north. The center area is like 3 countertop tables that you can cook upon or prepare food on. The east side, the east side has the basins and the pots and such. The north side has a bunch of herbs hanging and ingredients. The south side has tools, along with the west. Tools for the south and west side are smaller walls because they have exits. There's an exit on the west and south. These sides will have like uh, racks or shelves that have like knives or utensils to cook with. So again, east is like cleaning, south and west are tools, kitchen utensils, right? And north are spices and ingredients.
Hmm.
And the middle of it is the cooking area, or the pots and in the middle of the fire pit, the stove, and all that. So cooking counters. There are no giant rats in here, but as you stand in here, you can hear, or you don't hear, but you see, as soon as you enter, there's a dead giant snake. It's about,
Mm.
not giant, but it's about like maybe 6 feet long. It's just the skin of a rotten snake, withered snake. The head is gone. The scales are all
Oh,
chipped away at. But looks like the natural predators of these giant rats are in here. They're dead.
Okay, that's problematic.
if the head's gone, is it safe to assume another adventurer has taken the snake out?
Possibly. There could be more, but you see one at
Is
the moment on the ground, just dead in this
is the
area.
snake skin of any use?
It's
Could
a
I
6 foot
take
long
it?
snake skin, rotten snake
Yeah,
skin
could
with
could I
holes in it.
take the skin? Oh,
Yeah.
there's holes.
There are little
Look,
bugs on
can
it
you
though, mites and such. You
can you
pick
hear
it
me? I'm
up,
sorry,
it
I'm having
stinks.
some audio.
Yeah,
You
we
want to
can hear
bag
you.
it? It's
Okay, this is
rotten
my bad.
snake
Sorry,
skin.
I'm having audio issues right now. So sorry.
Warwick, you have it in your hands. Do you want to hold on to it or you gonna loot it?
Yeah, I'll put it in my bag.
Okay, as Warwick is looting and the rest of you are entering and looking around, does anyone else want to do anything in particular before the party regroups and takes action again?
I wanna check for holes in any of the walls in this room.
Alright. You'll do an exploration, so you're just kind of carefully observing and going around the walls. And if you want to search
Yeah.
any walls for a hidden hole, you can do that. That takes a turn. But right now you're just carefully observing. You're walking around, checking each wall. Um, the rest of the party can
Uh,
follow you unless they want to split up and do their own thing in this area, and then regroup later.
can I just I assume dwarves still have their chances in finding like circuit stuff, I would say. Circuit
New
doors
construction,
or
yep,
yeah.
and all that.
I'll do
So,
that. I'll look around.
which area do you want to search? There's 4 walls, 2 of which have exits. You can search a 10 foot by
Well,
10 foot area for a turn to potentially identify secrets.
probably the ones with that are not the exits. Either
Okay, so
I'll just roll
give
for
me
it one in
the exact one,
two.
otherwise I can't give you an exact answer. Which wall, east or north?
I'll go north.
Alright, you go to the far wall, the north wall, on your own. As the party begins to explore the wall with Ollie, so you split. Warwick splits. So now we have
Hmm.
3 parties. Warwick is going around, he's opening up his bag and bagging up a snake. And Warwick, after you finish looting, do you want to regroup or do you want to move to somewhere else in the chamber?
I'll regroup.
Okay, so Ollie's leading the party around the chamber, observing the walls carefully. Does anyone
Actually,
else want to split off?
thinking about it, I interrupt my action. I think about it. I'd rather not go far away from the party.
Alright, you stay with the rest. That's why it's good to perhaps discuss your actions before
Yeah,
taking them.
I thought about it, but I was like, it's a really good
Hmm.
idea.
Alright, anyone else want to take a different action? Britomar, Baldric? Okay, so you
Nope.
follow Ollie along the walls. You all carefully observe them for any holes or anything else. And nothing really new here.
Hmm.
As you reach the north side, you start to see on the herbs and such, uh, there's some garlic buds and all that. If you're interested, spices hanging from the north side. That's about it. And then you're about to reach the west side. So east side, if you're interested, there are no holes in the walls here, but there are there's cleaning supplies here. You find like brooms and mops and sponges and anything you might need to clean a kitchen or any other place, right? So buckets and tubs. Anyone interested in this?
Why don't we go grab those herbs? We might be able to sell them.
North side has herbs, and by the time you get to the north side, Warwick regroups. Alright, Warwick's got the rotten snake skin.
Uh,
Hey,
I'm gonna go over to the herbs.
By
Hmm.
yourself, the party's about to approach it right now, but you can set up to
Oh, never
discuss
mind.
it before you
No,
search
I'll
through them.
discuss it. I'll discuss it.
Party, you're at the north wall now, looking over the herbs. Would you like to discuss or take action right away, or go past, or something else?
So
Um,
we don't know where that snake has come from, so we don't know how to find more of those to get rid of the rats.
if we go ahead and take the herbs, we might be able to sell them.
Hmm. Yeah.
I mean, if you want to take them, just take them.
Yeah, I'll
I'd
take
like to
them.
go around for like footprints of goblins or kobolds or something, because I suspect maybe the snake was killed by an enemy.
Keep in mind, at this point, it is turn 3, so you've been in the dungeon for about 10, 20, 30 minutes now. Or, sorry, 20 minutes. Because turn 1 to 2 is 10 minutes, turn 2 to 3 is 20 minutes. So you've been down in the dungeon for about 20 minutes now. Moving at 180 feet, exploring cautiously. Sorry, Eden, you were discussing something? Or brought up an idea?
Yeah, I'd like to look around and suggest others, look around and look for tracks of goblins or kobolds or similar to see, if perhaps creatures like that killed the snakes.
The snake appears to be long dead. So I doubt that we'll find anything useful on that front. But I have an idea. Maybe we can try to drain the pools the rats entered. We can use the buckets that we found just now to remove the water and throw it somewhere else so that we can explore there without actually having to go diving.
Possibly.
Alright,
But where would we put the water?
Um, that's a good question.
so we have discussed various options of action. We stand at the north wall. Some of you look at the wall, maybe thinking about taking some of these herbs. Some of you discuss the idea of searching the floor for footprints. Some of you discuss preparing items for attacking the rats. what do we actually do though? Are we taking different actions, or are we gonna stick to as a party and work together on a particular action?
I'm gonna go ahead and take these herbs.
All right, Baldric begins to take herbs. Anyone else wanna take herbs with him, or take different actions?
I'll take some herbs.
All right, Warwick starts to take herbs as well. Anyone else?
No, not interested.
Uh,
While they're taking herbs,
I
do the
get.
rest of you want to wait with them, or wait for them, or do you want to move on without them?
I
We can-
guess since we. I guess since we don't have a game plan, I'm going to go also take herbs.
Okay, Ollie's taking herbs.
Well,
Okay,
since they're gathering herbs, everyone's gonna just search the area that we're in, just for tracks and stuff like that too.
the floor you're standing at, you're at the north side, so you can check any of the north squares.
Yeah,
So,
I'll
you
check the
want to
north
go
side.
middle of the north side, west, or east?
I'll check to the western side.
Okay. And then Eden, you want to search the north side for tracks as well?
Yes.
Alright, carefully observing the floor for any tracks. You're searching for hidden tracks too, or you're just searching for tracks in general? The only tracks you see in the dust and dirt mainly at the moment, you can't see any signs of clawed feet or humanoids, but you do see scampering or small little clawed feet, probably rat feet. You also see weird trails in the dust and dirt, like the sand or the dirt has been shifted in a strange snake-like pattern.
From the rat tails, for example.
All
All right.
let's see. But would you still like to search for hidden tracks? Perhaps there are tracks you did not see that might belong to demi-humans. You want to give it a chance still, or do you want to do something differently?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll try that.
So Bruno Martis doing that still. He's checking the west. Do you want to check the middle, east, or west? For
The
hidden
east.
tracks. Okay, east side for hidden tracks. Tracks that are hard to see anymore. Barely visible. And Vedek, did you check it? Did you take an action for this turn?
I was gonna take some herbs too,
Oh yeah. Okay.
if there's any left.
So for turn, we discussed and planned and moved around for about a turn. So turn 3 to 4 was discussing and planning. Turn 4 to 5 was taking action. Before this could happen, I need to make a wandering monster check. Nothing approaches, or at least throughout this turn you don't really hear much approaching. And every now and then you might hear rats off to the south, scampering around, squeaking. But otherwise it's pretty calm in here. We'll start with those looking for tracks. As you're looking over the tracks, you don't really see anything really. At the end of the turn I'll tell you if you see any hidden tracks. Those who are looking at the wall, starting to take herbs off the wall, there are plenty of different kinds of herbs. There's mainly one wall has garlic, one wall has peppercorn, and another wall has what would be another wall would have an assortment of green herbs. So it could be any kind of green herb that could grow on a wall. Let me see. Let me look it up. So yes, you'll see that one is just garlic buds all over the place hanging from the wall. One has peppercorns growing out of the wall, and the last one has raspberries. So what would you like to take?
Can I take some raspberries?
Alright, takes raspberries.
I'm going to get myself some garlic.
And then Beldrick.
I'll grab peppercorn.
Okay. And how much do you plan to take? I would say you can maybe each wall has maybe up to 10 pounds worth of whatever they offer. And in a turn, you can probably take all 10 pounds if you really wanted to. Pull the entire wall down, pretty much, right? Of spice. But if you do that, they won't grow anymore. Or it'll be hard for them to grow back if you destroy them completely. So, Valdric, do you plan to take 10 pounds worth of peppercorn herb?
Yes.
Or
Yeah, sure.
tear the whole wall down? Okay.
Mm.
Alright, so you're starting to break all of it apart. And Warwick, do you plan to take all the raspberries?
I'll take £9.
9 pounds, leave about a pound left. And then Ollie, how many pounds of garlic do you
I'll
want to take?
take half of them. Half of them.
Half of them, so 5 pounds worth of garlic. Just pulling it. Most of what you get is like branches and vine, but part of it would mean like little buds of garlic, fresh or some
Was
is
it
rotting,
raspberries
some
I
is fresh.
got?
Yeah, the raspberries are an assortment of rotten
Right.
and fresh and baby, right? So they're all at different stages. Um, let's see. The most valuable herb might be the garlic, then the peppercorn, and the raspberries. As you do this, let's see reactions. Before you can take any further actions, this is gonna be number 3, Britom. No, Beldrick. Number 2 is Warwick. All right, Warwick. As you're pulling down raspberries, right? Suddenly, among the vines, a snake starts to hiss at you.
Yeah.
It blends in with it. It doesn't surprise you. It looks like it just kind of warns you. It hisses at you. You were surprised for a moment, like you didn't realize it was there until it started to hiss. So like as you're like pulling vines apart, one of the vines that you're like near your arm is actually a snake, and like it brings its head up slowly and like hisses at you, like about to strike, right? But just for now, it sticks its tongue out at you. And also Baldric, the same thing. Reaction check. You're not armed at the moment, or not smashing the wall or anything. Just pulling vines off, which is already a -1 action or reaction check. This is the home of one of the snakes here, and same kind of reaction. It warns you to stop, right? So like the head rises from the vines and starts hissing at you. I'm gonna check if you're surprised. You were not surprised. So as you were pulling, you saw it from a safe position, right, where you could actually take an action immediately. You before it could actually even reveal itself through the vines, you saw it starting to like move in the vines, right, about to do something. So before it could actually threaten you, did you want to hit it or try to attack it or take an action against it? As it's rising to warn you or revealing itself to warn you, do you want to do anything? This is just toward Baldric.
Okay.
No, I won't.
Alright.
I'll just like kind of rear back.
You
Like,
back
just
off?
like,
Okay.
yeah,
So
back
you
off.
backed up before it could get very close, but Warwick, you were surprised, so before you could even back off, it was already like within inches of you. So one wrong move
Yeah.
and you might trigger it. Yeah.
I know I had before I started picking stuff. I had a torch and a dagger in my hand.
Okay.
I'm going to assume I
Well, one of
put
those
my
items were
dagger away.
stowed away, right? So you can actually
Yeah,
pull.
So I've still got my torch in my hand.
Yeah,
Can
the
I
dagger's in your belt then.
use my torch to maybe burn the snake's head?
You wanna attack it? Shove it
Yeah.
in the snake's face?
Shove
Before
it in its
you
face.
could do anything else, you try to shove the flaming torch in it. We're gonna do an initiative check. You versus the snake. In this situation, what's your dexterity?
Dexterity is 11.
I would give the snake a +1 bonus, given like you have to bring a torch into it, while it just has to. Naturally, it's a snake, so it's way faster than a
Okay.
man. So, you get the +1. This could mean the difference. 2 and 2. Alright, +1 for the snake, 3. As you bring your torch toward it, that's when it struck you. Or tried to strike you at least. An attack roll is being made. 3. Missed. And then you jam your torch into it. 12. What's your
Nice.
strength?
My strength is 8.
-1, 11. You barely missed. The snake barely dodges the torch. You slam your torch into the wall beside it. And after its first strike, do you want to try to drive the torch into it again? Or do you want to back off? Or what's your next
I
move?
want to back off. I want to move back immediately after missing.
All right. After you back off, the other snake makes a different reaction check since you're now hostile against its friend, with a -2 penalty instead of a -1 now, and it grows even more hostile, continuing to hiss loudly. This time turning its attention toward you as Valdric steps away and backs off. Um, as you back off from the one that you engaged for a moment in a melee, it spits at you.
Uh, do we get to say? Do we get a say in this? I was
Okay,
like
so as this
he's
is
making
happening,
us.
those who are here still can maybe react. So,
Uh,
as this was happening, now if you do interact, you will stop your current action to do whatever it is you want to do, right? So if you do help them out or take a different action, your previous action is cancelled, right? So as
that's
Eden is
fine.
trying to look for tracks, if she does try to engage in the current situation, she will stop looking for tracks and will not get her results. So Eden, do you want to focus on the tracks still, or do you want to stop and go help them out, or something else? Do you want to take a different action, Eden? He's giving
How
you an
far
option.
away are they?
They're at the north wall. You're not far from them at all. You're along the north
All
wall
right.
too, but yeah. What would you like to
Um,
do? Mm,
it looks like other people are reacting, so I'm going to continue my action.
okay, you just continue looking, keeping to yourself, looking at the floor. Ritamart, you were also observing the floor. Do you want to keep doing this, leaving them to the snakes, or do you want to help them out?
I want to keep on looking at the floor.
Okay, they can handle it hopefully. And Vatic, what was your character doing again?
I was gonna take herbs, but I probably am nearby and I see that happening.
Oh yeah,
So I would
so
like to
you were
kind
with
of
Baldric, Warwick, and Ollie who were taking herbs too. Which herb were you trying to take? I forgot.
uh garlic, I
Garlic as
guess.
well.
Yep.
Okay, so then the ones who were attacked was the raspberry and the peppercorn. So the garlic wall is safe. Nothing happened there. You start to notice what's happening. Do you want to help out, or do you want to keep examining the
Yeah.
garlic?
I was gonna help out. Yep.
What do you do to help?
I was gonna go over to the raspberry side, I guess, because that's the one of the things are being attacked.
You want to
With
melee
the
this thing,
scythe.
or shoot it, or what do you try to do?
I wanna melee it. Yeah,
Okay,
melee
you
it
run up
is
to it and
better.
try to hit it. Which weapon are you using?
Spear from long distance,
Okay,
I guess.
so
I'm gonna
you take
stab at it
aim,
from
you
a
move
far
in,
distance.
try to thrust your spear into it.
From a
It's a
far
snake after
distance.
all.
Yep.
It's about 3 foot long, a very small snake, and then it spits a strange acid or poison at one of our guys who backed up from it. It has become hostile and is now attacking because it has been attacked. And the spit lands a 13 plus 0 to hit against your character who has no armor, I think. So you
Mine?
hit. What's your dexterity, Warwick?
Oh, I thought.
Oh, I've got a Gambeson and my dexterity
Oh,
is
perfect.
11.
Alright, +1. So you have 8 armor class, 13 plus 8 is 21. Hits. Damage is blinding spit. You're gonna make a saving throw versus poison. 17. It gets on your face, but fortunately you were wearing a hood and it only stains your hood. If you were not wearing any PPE at all or any protection there, I would just make you fail the save. But fortunately you bought a set of clothes. So you cover your
Nice.
eyes or you close them as soon as you see it about to spit, and you got your scarf on, perhaps your mask and hood and hat, and it sprays you and you kind of duck and just splatters all over your clothes in that moment. So you made the save. Um, and it just hisses again, right? Angry at what you just did. You threatened its house. You lit some of the vines that it was resting in on fire. Now they're burning and crisping up. And the snake is slithering off to a different area of the vines. It slithers off toward the garlic as
Um,
raspberry vines begin to burn.
how far did we get through our gathering process
I
before
The
this
gathering
snake
process,
saw
because
us?
you were interrupted halfway, you only got half of them. So instead of getting
Okay,
9 pounds of raspberries,
I
you got
got
about 4
4.5.
pounds, while the other
I
5 or
assume
6
because
about to
it's
burn.
slithered to the garlic area, I see it.
You're on your
Right?
way.
I
Did you
don't.
want to take an attack, or do you want to roll attack against it?
Yeah, but
Okay.
if it rolled into garlic, I don't know if I can see it, I
You can still
guess.
do it. Yeah, you were at
Okay,
the ground,
yeah.
so you see it on the wall.
Yeah, yeah.
Thrust, right? And let's see if you hit it as it was slithering. As this one slithers away, the other one just kind of it starts to calm down. Watching Warwick carefully. Let's see. Actually, it's got range. It also spits at Warwick, who attacked its friend. So as Warwick ducked away, there was another one that spit at him.
Fuck.
4, and that one didn't hit you either. Well, that spit
Nice.
went right past you, and into like the floor. The floor started to like steam up, smoke up a bit from the acid or the poison. One of the snakes slithering off toward the garlic is attacked by the dwarven veteran Vatic. Right, thrusts his spear up at the snake and misses, hits the wall. As soon as that happens, the snake spins around and spits on him. Okay. It's got a 6-foot range. You're within range. 12 to hit. What's your armor, Vatic?
I have, I believe, a mail and a helmet.
Anything else? You have dex?
Let me check.
This is a close range attack, so it's got a 13 total, which means it's gonna hit you unless you have nothing, unless you have something else.
Let me check. Give me a second. And a shield, right? That also helps. I was
You were not carrying your
spear and
shield at the
shield.
moment.
I
You had your
I was
spear out in your hands, right? Or in one hand at least, because the other hand was grabbing herbs earlier.
yeah,
So
but I obviously slung the shield back on my hand or brought in my hands.
in that case, you wouldn't be able to attack by then, right? You would be in the process of taking the shield out. So
Yeah,
you've
I
already attacked, so you don't have a shield out then. You
well,
can
I already
take off your
called at the
weapon.
start that I was holding a shield and a spear.
Were you not pulling herbs off moments ago?
Yeah, but then when I go to attack, I obviously stop that and bring my usual gear, which is a spear and a shield. I don't just
That
go
takes a
on.
while to do.
Right. You would have to equip it. It takes a round. So
Uh, okay.
I heard you say you equipped your
I guess
spear.
I
That's fine.
okay, yeah, understandable. Understandable.
So
Okay.
let's
Yeah,
see.
no,
There was
okay.
one round which you moved and equipped your spear. This is the next round which you're thrusting, or you're taking off your shield, pretty much.
No, you're
You can
correct.
stop
Yep.
halfway if you want. You're about to thrust your spear. You're threatening it, and you're about to thrust it, and then you can just stop and start going for your shield instead.
Well, it already went through, so that would be kind of
Yeah.
unfair.
Okay. So you did thrust your spear at it. You missed, and it would have. It doesn't just watch you thrust your spear at it. You just thrust your spear. As it was moving along, it makes an attack naturally. And as you thrust your spear at it, it spits at you, reacting like that. Landing a hit, of course, and all you gotta do is make a saving throw versus poison.
Which
Right.
is probably gonna fail.
You need an 8 or higher as a dwarf. You got a high save. 7 is the roll. What's your wisdom?
Yeah, no, I'm donezo. It's
You don't have a wisdom?
12.
Alright. So, therefore, you are blinded. Um,
Oh shit.
let's see. It
Wait,
causes a
we have a
permanent
FUD?
blindness, so your face is just covered in poison, right? And it starts to melt your eyes, and you drop your weapons, and you fall on your knees, and you're pretty much done for, dunsies. You need antidote to get it out of your eyes or something, right? To stop it from melting your face off. It could cause death in 10 minutes, right? As it melts your eyes. Burns your eyes. So your eyes are blinded, and this is poison that will cause death in after some time. You don't know how long you've got, but you feel really terrible sensation on your face now. You cannot attack because you can't see. If you do attack, it's at a -4 penalty. So
No, obviously.
the adventure is ended for Vatic tonight, unless he wants to continue on with his current condition, or if anyone has antidote they
No.
can spill on his face. The snake slithers away into the garlic vine right after. Does anyone else wish to attack the snakes? just
Who
two.
am I still here with? I'm still with Baldric.
Yeah, Beldrick is backed off and is just observing, unless Beldrick wants to.
Okay,
interact.
oh yeah, I backed off as well. Can
Indeed.
we retreat? Shall we retreat, Baldric,
You
and
guys want to grab
find the
Vatic?
others?
He's on his knees, holding his eyes.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
Ah!
we grab Vadik and retreat to the others, looking around for
You pull him
Prince.
out of there. Quite a tale to tell if he does live through this, but he'll be a blind dwarf beggar in the village.
How
Telling a
about
story of how he was an adventurer once until he got blinded by a snake. Um,
Used to be
after
an adventurer
attacking it after attacking it when there was a chance to not attack it. We were in the range
or
of its
attack?
poison as we attacked with the spear, and we were hit. Alright. So,
I'm gonna do a move that probably never happened. I'm gonna suicide.
you want to end your life here, Vadik?
Yep.
Alright, it's his choice. He's lost his sanity. With his eyes blinded, he gives up, drops his spear. What do you use to kill yourself?
The short sword.
You draw your sword. Do the rest of you want to stop him or let him do it?
Um.
I'm just gonna let him do it.
Oh wait.
No, he was
Vadik.
definitely a lot lawful then. Alright.
I'm sorry this has happened to you, but can I take
He's
your
about, to,
stuff?
he's about to take his own life. What do you do, Warwick?
I said, I'm sorry this has happened to you, brother, but can I use your equipment when you're gone?
Too bad. I already killed myself.
He's already dead
Okay,
by the
he's
time
dead.
you
Okay.
freaking even asked, right? Shoves his blade into his gut, rips it
Ugh.
open, and spills his guts on the floor. Vedek has had some kind of career. He's been alive for a while, but didn't make it very far and was killed by a poisonous snake at the end of it. The campaign or the story of Vedek has finally come to an end. How many adventures did he survive? 6? Something like that? Half a dozen or so?
Six.
Yeah,
Yeah,
6, and all of
6.
them were unlucky with no
that's
travelers.
unfortunate.
Yep, you gotta
I have a
take
question. Am I still collecting garlic?
No.
did you want to be collecting it? As you saw a snake swim into, or slither into the garlic buds, do you want to back off?
I'm going to finish my action.
Alright, you keep gathering garlic even though there's a snake there?
This dude.
Yes.
Okay, let me see how that snake reacts.
Fuck's sake.
It just kind of sits there. It's neutral.
Oh,
you finish
shit.
gathering the garlic you wanted. Half the garlic is gone. It sits in the other half. So, half the wall that was covered in garlic is removed. And, like the garlic that is. You got 5 pounds worth of garlic vine. Within the garlic vine, there might be maybe 5 garlic buds. Right?
Hmm.
So,
Uh,
each vine has
can I
maybe 1 garlic.
can I take a crack at Vadik's body?
Yeah, I want to do the same.
So as soon as that happens, we're gonna end the turn. You guys can begin your next course of action after the end of the turn. But before we can end the turn, I'm gonna give Eden and Britomart their results. You guys just didn't pay them much attention, and one man ends up killing himself, being sprayed with poison. So you guys just kind of mind your own business.
P.S.
Keep
I'm not gonna
observing.
lie, that character was so unlucky. I just
Unfortunately,
was pretty
Ayubi,
unlucky.
the adventure's ended for you tonight. For the remainder of the game, you're welcome to see how it ends, or you can, of course, at this point, take a leave. But thank you for playing as per usual, and I hope to see you at the next one.
yeah, I'll
Can
Bye,
join up
man.
next one. Take care, guys.
Take care. Alright,
take
Take care.
the other 2 characters who are observing for any hidden tracks on the floor found nothing. Just what looks like snake trails and rat footprints.
Okay.
Alright, the turn has passed. It is now turn 5 to 6.
Can I loot? Can I
Godric
loot?
begins to loot the dead adventurer. So as soon as that happened, he kind of gets down and dirty and gets to work, right? Starts to loot his companion. And Warwick, you want to do the same, right?
Yeah, I want to do the same, please.
Okay. In the meantime, Eden, Ollie, and Breedomart, would you like to discuss your next action or take action right away?
So, what we doing? We have a dead person, a bit of money from this adventure, and we can attempt to drain the pond that is forming in the other room.
I'll suggest 3 other options. One way
Hmm?
to get rid of these rats and possibly the snakes too is we could try to burn them out. Just bring in a bunch of flammable material, pile it up, light it, and leave. smoke them to death.
The
Another
rats
thing
are
we could do
underwater.
is we yeah, but they can't breathe underwater. They have to come up to breathe, and if the air is filled with smoke, they'll still die. Another
Yeah,
thing we
but
could do is normally
they're like
handle,
the reason
you
they're
normally take
going to the
wax.
water it's likely because the water is an entrance to their cave, meaning at the other side there is probably a tunnel that has air.
Well, maybe, but that's just one idea. Another thing is we could try to poison them. We'd have to find some poison and put it in some food and pile it up and leave. Another thing we could do is we could make traps, like a pit trap, put some food in it to lure them in. They can't get out. Things like that. The normal way you take care of rats.
Ekin, am I allowed to discuss even though I'm looting?
You're busy looting with Warwick. You can discuss with Warwick, but they're separated from you guys discussing.
Oh, okay.
So that's what happens when you split the party. So you might have chosen to discuss with them, but do you want to discuss or do you want to loot?
Loot.
Okay.
What are we seeing on the body?
What's he got?
We'll come to you guys in a moment.
Okay, we'll
Eden,
finish.
Ollie,
You
and
finish the
Breedmar. Is there
discussion.
anything else you guys wish to discuss before you take your next actions? Alright, so as they were looting, you guys were discussing, right? Was there anything else you wanted to do in the meantime? Very well. Baldric and Warwick, now let's see what you actually looted. You went over his corpse, looked over for any valuables or anything you can salvage. Let's see. You're gonna try to loot the dwarf. It was Vatic.
Oh, by the way,
Alright,
how many?
Vatic has no money on him. He's wearing a set of clothes. Yeah, he's wearing a helmet, a coat of mail, a shield slung over his shoulder. There's a spear nearby. His shorts are on his belt. A short bow and a quiver of arrows is there too, and a bag of bandages. What would you like to take? One thing at a
I'll
time.
go ahead. Can I grab his uh helmet, spear,
One thing at a
and
time. So you're taking this helmet. Warwick, what would you take while he's taking the helmet?
I'll take the spear.
Okay. That's why I do one thing at a time, because you're not one person's not just standing there watching you take everything, right? He's gonna want to take some stuff while you're taking something. So, as you're taking the helmet, he's taking the spear. Okay, so Baldric, I'm gonna add helmet to your sheet. Warwick, you get a spear.
how much of the peppercorn did I get?
We don't know yet,
Okay.
because you're busy looting this. You dropped out the
Yes, sir.
peppercorn.
Sorry.
Let's
My
see.
bad.
One moment. So yeah, one thing at a time. Alright. Right now you're taking a helmet. And then Warwick is taking a spear. Alright. What's next and you want to loot?
I'll go ahead and take his mail.
Okay, so you're pulling out the mail armor. Warwick, what would you like to take next?
Can I take the short bow and arrows?
Okay, that's fine. The mail armor takes a while to take off, naturally. So you can take a little more than he could take, right? So you could take the short
What
bow
else
and
does he
arrows and
have?
still take more.
What else does he have left?
Let's see, 1 second. So you had the short bow and 5 arrows. As you're pulling this off and loading it onto your own character, Baldric, you're trying to equip this mail armor. So you're gonna take the mail armor off and you're gonna put it on, which will take about the rest of your turn. It takes a while to put it on by yourself. So as you're pulling it off and preparing to put it on yourself, taking weapons doesn't take long. It takes maybe an action, 10 seconds each. To first take off and then put on is two rounds. Warwick, he also had. Let's see. Looking at the dwarf. So we took his short bow and arrows. We took his mail armor. There's a shield on him, There's a short sword and there's a bag of bandages.
What was the second one?
There's a short sword on him.
Okay. I know. Baldric wanted the spear anyway, so I'm gonna take the short. No, I'm gonna take the short sword, yeah, and give him the spear.
All right. Anything else?
I could take the bandages as well if that's possible.
Bag of bandages. Yep. All right.
Okay,
He's still busy taking the mail.
sweet.
Melbourne.
Right. You lose your
What
spear.
class
Pass
is
it
your
on to
character?
Baldric.
Baldric. Baldric.
I'm a fighter.
Okay, yeah, that's calm, man. Yeah, I don't need the spear really. Short sword can do me.
Why are you a freighter?
All right. Next up is. All right, Baldric. You finished taking the mail and putting it on. Before you do this, that was all you wanted to loot, right? For Warwick, because
Is
it takes a
there
turn
any?
for him to take the mail armor, because that's armor. So you could
Is there
basically take any
anything?
armor or any weapons. Warwick,
Oh,
was
he's
that
got
all you
nothing
wanted to
left
take?
now, does he?
Don't I have the spear now?
You do.
Yeah, I gave him the spear, yeah. Sweet.
Okay.
Right.
Does he have anything else on him?
There's a shield.
I already have a shield. Didn't he have arrows?
Could I, if I, yeah, I've got the arrows with my short bow. If I
Okay.
took this shield, would it be worth taking to sell? Or is it?
You already have one,
No, I don't have one, so I mean,
and
I
then you need
I have
one.
room to carry. Yeah, I'll take the shield then as well.
Can I give him my gambeson? Cause I
I've
have the
already
mail.
got a gambler. I've already got a gambeson. I could put it in my bag though.
No, it's fine. I'll keep it and I'll sell it.
Okay.
You can wear a gamson and a coat of mail together.
Oh shoot, for real?
Sorted.
Then I'm gonna wear them together then. Might be heavy footman though.
All right. Vatic is now fully looted at this point. Okay, he's gone.
Only thing left is the clothes on his back.
Indeed. You strip him of his gear, and the rest of you were just kind of standing around watching them loot. They finally finish after a turn. It's about turn 6 now. It'd be a good time to rest. Shall we rest? 67. Your characters have grown exhausted. They need a moment to rest, use the bathroom and such within the hour of exploration.
Guys, let's take a quick rest. Then we can figure out what the fuck we're doing with the rats. No, yeah, rats.
Alright, and for game time, let's see how we're doing. We started at 9:30, I think.
We have like
21:30.
30 minutes left.
With 30 minutes left. So after this break, we might wrap
I think
things
so.
up. So,
Yeah, about.
alright.
At least I think. It's
Let's see,
30 minutes
9:30 to
one.
12:30. That's already about 30. That's already about 3 hours in. Let me see how long the stream has been going.
Are we on 5-minute break now?
Yeah, let's take a 5-minute break. I'll see you guys in 5.
Alright, see you in 5.
Hey Warwick, could you actually give me the shield if possible?
Yeah, if you need it more than me, I don't mind.
Yeah, I don't have a shield and I don't have any money.
Yeah, what class are you?
Fighter, but I have
Yeah,
1
no, that's fine.
HP.
Yeah, you're fine.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. It's my first time playing Thief, but no,
Yeah.
is it Thief?
I
It
mean,
is
thieves can
Thief,
still
isn't it?
use shields. But
Yeah, I know
it's up
that.
to
Yeah,
you.
I'm liking this so far. I normally just play fighter. I think the last character was magic user. And it just
Yeah.
hasn't gone well. But yeah, Beast's looking good so far.
All right. Ollie, are you still there?
Yeah.
Do you want to carry the dwarf's body out because it's gonna serve as food for the rats if we don't bring him out,
You should probably
or burn his body or something.
probably carry it out. Then we can even give it for a burial proper.
Okay. Okay.
So, guys, do you have any idea where we can dump the water that we'll be getting from the pond, so that we can drain it? Anyone there?
If we had a long hose, we could run a siphon down to the second level.
Mm. We have a pot and we have multiple containers that we can use to take water and then carry it over to somewhere.
But if this really is being fed by an underground lake, you're never going to drain it.
If it's underground lake, there is a chance we can drain it, since if it's just a lake and not a proper underground reservoir, because reservoirs are constantly getting refueled through some source, while underground lakes are just stale water that has somehow found its way there and has nowhere to go.
Hello. All right, it's been about 5 minutes, so let's resume the last part of our game.
Uh, Baldric isn't back yet.
Okay, we have another 2 minutes.
Ethan, you know what I hate so much?
And he is back.
I am so tired throughout the entire D&D game, throughout everything, fucking falling asleep. But the second it starts to get over, fucking wide awake.
PG well
So I'm
5.
so after it, I'm not allowed to go to sleep.
What
Interesting.
time is it for you?
11:36 a.m.
What time were you playing this morning? Or was it last night for you? Did you play
I didn't.
earlier?
No, I didn't. I
Oh,
was going. I was going to play earlier, but I got the time wrong because I don't know how to translate Japan
No,
time.
I think it was on me. I did 1000 correctly, but 1500 I started 1 hour late, and this one I started 1 hour late too. So if you're trying to join the early one this morning, that one was on. That one wasn't me, but the afternoon one that was on me. That started 1 hour late.
Well, I'm ready to go. My timer went off, so
Hmm.
I'm back.
All right. So we just finished looting your boy um Vatic. He's dead. Lost one of the frontliners. It's kind of a dumb way to die, but it happens. All right.
unfortunate.
How would you like to proceed from here?
Um, any ideas, boys?
We can try to
Whatever.
drain
Let's
the
just
nest.
honestly, let's just head out. Let's just head back to town. Just make our way outside the dungeon, and maybe we'll
I
come
can't
across
lie.
those boys.
Yeah, I'm kind of verging on yeah, maybe leaving.
Yeah.
And maybe seeing if we can catch. I think we need to check the other side of the river on the way back.
Beyond
Um,
the western side.
yeah. Yeah, we went eastern last time. I'll say we travel west side, and for the like first 5 or 6 miles from the ruins, we spread out and search for any adventurers or camps, etc.
Okay.
By the way, turn 6 just passed.
Let's light torches.
It's turn 7. You're lighting torches on turn 7.
Mm-hmm.
Whose torches are we using? Eden's?
I
Yeah, I'm the only one that
guess.
has any.
Alright. Eden,
So I have
two
one,
more
and
torches or just one this time?
I guess two. Mm.
Alright. You're down to 7 torches in your bag. Okay. 2 torches lit. It's turn 7. Uh, you hear something 40 feet to the southwest, mostly west. Which way would you like to explore?
Wait, what direction?
Something
Silver
approaches from the
can
southwest. From
Southwest.
the western
Where
exit, you hear
are?
something approaching.
Silver, can you please lead us outside of the dungeon?
Yeah. Let's get Vladik's body and start heading out.
Vadic's body would slow you down. Whatever is approaching is getting
Yeah,
closer.
we should.
A soft red
Yeah,
glow
let's
appears
leave
to
a
the
body.
western exit. You want to still grab his body? You have moments to decide. You're looking at it.
Oh no,
Grab
leave
your
it,
Um,
leave
momentum.
it, leave it.
okay, let's go.
Alright, you're leading your men south at medium footment rate. Let's see if these creatures are faster than you.
I'm gonna guess that's wolves.
I hope
I said a
fucking not.
soft red glow approaches.
Oh. Oh, I did not hear that.
It's not good.
Alright. They are faster. There's
No.
they move at 120 feet, while your party moves at 60 feet, so they are 2 times faster than your party's rate of movement. The slowest among you might be Eden, supply carrier. and a few others, right? Anyone who's armored and armed is probably.
I'm not the slowest. I don't have any armor. All I
Oh,
carry, and if I got my torches, I'll be lightly loaded.
okay. You're at 10, 11, 12, 15, plus another 7 torches. That's 21. So it's 36 then. 37, 30, 42, 44, or 43, I mean. And then 47 for the spear, and then that's it. 47 load. You're currently medium. You're not the slowest.
And what do I need for light? What gives me
Drop 3
light?
torches and you'll definitely be light. Drop 7 pounds of gear, you're light. So 3 torches dropped and you'll be light.
Okay.
If you need to run ahead of the party.
I'm still medium, right?
Most of you are medium. I can check.
I believe I'm still medium.
Alright, so if you want to
Yeah,
stay as a
let's-
party, you're gonna move at medium, but these monsters will catch up to you. Let me roll a reaction to your party. As they see you, when they come into view, do you guys want to keep running? That will affect the reaction of these monsters if you choose to keep running. Running away will show that you are not a threat to them potentially, or it might show that you're prey, right?
Run.
So
Shall we go into a formation?
Draw your
I
weapon.
think we should
Yeah.
run. We should run.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Eden's like, let's run, right? Come on, right? And you guys are like,
Run.
let's maybe fight these monsters,
Okay,
right?
run.
Your hesitation
Does anybody have food?
calls for a reaction. As soon as they see your party, they begin to hesitate and actually fall back to the previous chamber. You saw what looked like this massive beetle, about 2.5 foot long, with these
that's a
massive
TPK,
dagger-like
guys.
mandibles, and it had soft, glowing nodules under its neck, and its eyes, pretty much, or its face, and it backs off into the previous chamber.
Right, let's.
Big ass beetles, right? 2.5 feet long, nearly a meter long, or a yard long almost.
We can't take that. Let's run.
All right, so you back off. You saw just one of them so far. There could be more. All right, we getting out of here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ollie, lead us out. You said south.
Yes.
All right, joint rats flee toward the south, jumping back into the water or scampering off west. Which way from here?
To the door or the east.
Do you want to start running or do you want to explore still? If you want to run, you can just tell me all the directions, and I'll stop you if you take a wrong turn.
Run.
All right, so if you're running, I won't describe any of this areas around you. You're just gonna tell me the directions you take. So if you're starting to run, how far east you go? Example, right?
We are going east to the door. From there, southeast to the other door, and again southeast through the cavernous chamber.
Okay. Is that where you want to stop? After southeast of the cavern?
Yes, at the southeast corner of the cavern.
When you finally make it through the caverns, running southeast, you call for an encounter check because you're running. Nothing approaches. When you finally finish running and start to look around and observe your surroundings, you can see you arrived in the southeastern part of the cavern. There is indeed an exit on the east wall, leading into a round cavernous chamber with a stairway leading up.
Okay, we are going through said chamber, going up the stairs, and up the ropes.
All right, up the stairs, up the ropes, back in the cellar. Which way from here?
Northwest
Stairs
to
here.
the door.
Stairs.
Yeah, to the stairs. Then after the trapdoor, we go east, and the intersection again east. Then we exit the side passage, and again east to the exit where I suppose there is light.
Yes, you see it to the south, and then east. You escape. Go down the stairs. You're outside the ruins. And from here, it travels back to town to survive this adventure. It was not profitable. Is there anything else you want to do on the way back to town? I heard that you guys said you wanted to search for buddies on the way back.
Well, we need to retrieve the horses, or the horse, and then I'd say move on the way back. Move through the west side of the river, and for the first 5 miles from the ruins, we can spread out and search, try and make some profit out of this adventure before we get back.
Also the person we left with the horse. I don't remember who it was.
I
still
think it's
there.
Eden's
Ace.
horse, isn't it? Eden's.
Eden
No,
and then
next
Ace was there.
Ace. Yes, Ace.
Yeah.
Yep. He's still waiting there, ready to leave. You gather your horse. You're a cowardly fighter. You begin a careful march back north upstream on the west side.
Yeah, do we wanna try and look for those bodies maybe?
Yeah, that's what
Yes.
I'm saying.
At what
First
point do you
five
want to start
miles.
searching, like exploring?
I'd say as soon as we come out of the ruins, we search for 5 miles worth, and then if we find nothing, we march for the further 7.
Okay. You
Alright,
begin
yeah,
your
sure.
journey north. You're exploring and not marching. You move at the rate of, I think, 0.66 miles per hour if you explore.
Nice.
And that'll take you find them. Within the first hour, as you explore through the western side from the ruins, you'll eventually come across the area that you are a safe distance from the hamlet, and it's around this area. Um, you're able to find the remnants of a shelter made out here, and of course, pieces of those who were killed out here.
Okay.
Whatever ripped them apart and ate them did not leave much left, right? They
Can
swallowed almost everything. There might be large items laying around still. Let's see.
yeah, can we search that a bit further then?
You want to keep going past it, or you want to search these
No, yeah,
remains?
search the area in the remains.
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright, I'll explain what you find in a moment. Let's see. So, we are able to find the remains of Uri, or what's left. There's not much left. We'll find remains of Erwin, of Volsky, and of Magnus.
I
Starting
I'll
with
take
Uri, if you're interested in looting Uri's remains, there's again most of his remains, smaller ones, have been consumed by whatever killed
can
them.
I
Gone,
can I
destroyed or
search
consumed.
Irwin's?
You want to search Erwin? Okay, as you're
Yeah,
searching
search
Erwin,
Irwin's body.
you guys can pick one person to search, and I'll explain what they've got. You can search a character together if you want to, if you are trying to take turns taking things.
I'll take Uri.
Alright, Valerie starts to search Uri's remains. Warwick is searching Erwin's. Brudomart, do you want
There.
to search a remain? Oh, Ollie, go ahead.
What were the other? Magnus and who was the last one?
And Volsky.
Okay, I'm going to go for Volsky.
Alright, Eden, would you like to search a remain? Or loot a remain?
No, I'm gonna stay mounted and keep my eye out for trouble.
Okay, and
Sweet.
Brudomart, would you like to search remains as well?
Yeah, I'll search through Magnus and stuff.
Okay. So we're gonna start with searching. Alright, we're looking through Uri's gear right now. On Uri,
Yuri
there's a
Irwin.
damaged set
Oh.
of clothes, a snapped longbow, a quiver of arrows that are still decent. Would you like these arrows? 15 arrows.
Uh, shit, I'll take the arrows. Yeah, what else is on him?
Alright, let me note that. 15 arrows. There's a knife.
Hmm.
Do you want?
I'll take. Yeah, I'll go ahead and take the knife.
There's damaged plate armor.
Oh yes, I will take the I will take the plate armor.
Okay, knife, arrows, damaged plate. Let me put them in your sheet. You're playing as Beldrick. You put the cuirass over yourself. It's a damaged plate cuirass. You put the knife on you. You put the arrows on you. You end up to 27 arrows. You got 3 pounds worth of arrows now. Plate, knife. All right. There's also
Does
a destroyed spellbook on him.
destroy
Been
spell
ripped
book.
apart.
Useless.
There's a torn pack.
Can you repair a pack?
Uh, yes.
I'll go ahead and take the torn pack then.
Okay, and that's pretty much everything on him.
Ooh, baby, got some plate armor. That's good.
Nice.
I did take the plate armor, right? Just
Yep.
want to specify that.
Mhm.
Hell yeah,
You're
that's
heavy
fucking
footman.
goated. I'm heavy footman.
Mhm.
Worth it.
Taking 2 days to get back to town then.
Worth it.
Right. Um.
Just tie it to my horse. You can wear it when we get to town. It's not going to help you now.
That would be
True.
smart.
I will tie the plate armor to his horse.
But you won't get to wear it on the way back. Is that fine?
Yeah.
Okay. Um. With Uri looted, next to loot is, if I can find it, we'll have let me highlight his character. Make sure we know he's dead. Okay, next to be looted is gonna be I think it's Volsky. It's the next sheet we're gonna loot.
Oh.
Alright, so Volsky is next.
I was
Who's-
looting him,
You're
right?
looting
Yeah.
Volsky? Okay, so you're next then. Volsky has there's a helmet. It's not broken. Do you want?
Yeah, I'll take the helmet.
Okay. Ollie takes helmet. There's a damaged set of mail.
Mm, no, I'm not gonna take that.
There's a damaged longbow, snapped in half. Destroyed pretty much.
Don't need that.
So it's beyond repair almost. There's some arrows.
Yeah, I'll take the arrows. How many?
10. You have 20 arrows now.
Yep.
There's a two-handed sword.
Is it in good condition?
Yes.
Okay, I'll take that.
It's a metal weapon. It's hard to break or ruin. From one magic user to another. Volsky was also a magic user. There's a bag with torches in it and a tinderbox.
I'll take that bag with torches.
Seven torches. Bag, tinder. Alright. There's a spell book. Torn. The pages are ripped.
So I cannot.
Something ate it. It was soft and something tried to eat it. So, not retrievable.
Okay.
There's coin on this person as well.
How much?
Volsky, in her bag, you found 12 silver pieces and 5 coppers. Want it?
Okay.
Of course he does.
Is it party
Is
treasure
that
or do you
else?
want to take it for yourself?
Party treasure.
Okay, I'll note it on
The
party treasure.
coins. The coins are party treasure.
Very well. That's it. Good to go? Next is gonna
Yeah.
be,
You said two-handed sword, right?
yep, a longsword. Alright. Now we're looting, I believe this next character we're looting is gonna be Magnus. All right. Who was looting Magnus? Fortunato?
It was
Sorry, Brito Mart.
Britomart.
Brito Mart. All right. She is looting Magnus. Magnus has a snapped longbow. Do you want it?
No, I'm gonna leave that.
10 arrows. They're in fine or normal condition.
I will take them.
Actually, there's 9 arrows.
I'll take them. Yeah.
Okay. This is for Brito Mart. Let's see. There we go. 19 arrows then. Did you shoot any arrows this game?
No.
Alright, awesome. And then, let's see what else he's got. He's also got a spear nearby.
Yeah, I'll take that.
A sack. It's torn.
I'll leave that.
5 torches.
I will take those.
Wait, you said a bag with torches, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
This was his loot. Your torches are put into your pack. Your new torches. That's gonna be a total of, again, it was 5 torches.
Okay.
Okay, and a torn spellbook. It was chewed up, so not retrievable. Next is that's all he had. There's also
Alright.
the character Erwin. Who was looting Erwin?
I was looting Alvin.
Okay. There's a split crossbow. Broken. 10 arrows. Do you want those?
Yeah, I'll take the arrows.
This is for
How many arrows do I have altogether now?
Warwick takes the arrows. You went up to. You have 15 arrows now.
Okay, 15. Nice.
Well supplied on arrows then. Let's see what else he's got. He's got a spear and a sack nearby. The sack is torn though. There's a hole in it.
I'll take the spear.
Alright. The spear is yours. Good to go. At least your party's now well equipped for the next expedition after leading all these dead adventurers. But that's all of them. Not a bad idea to loot them. You don't have to focus on equipping yourself with the basics. Okay.
Again,
Yeah.
I have a question. You said that Wojciech had a bag with torches, right? I don't remember if it was a bag or what. That's what I'm asking.
Who had a bag with torches?
Britomart.
What?
Brito Mart.
Yeah, Britomart got 5 torches.
Yeah, he picked up 5 torches.
No, I'm asking Ollie how many torches he picked up.
Well, Ollie?
And was it a bag, or what that he picked them from? No,
it's a bag.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
That's
7
what I was asking.
torches. Yeah. Alright, let's get home. You guys good?
Yep.
Okay. It's a day's march home. It's gonna be 2 days since, or actually 1 day, because we loaded the heavy gear onto the horse. So 1 day back. I'll roll this in front of y'all and see how it ends.
Can I grab that longbow that nobody wanted?
It was snapped in half. One of the monsters snapped it in half. You still want it?
No.
Okay. Alright. So, here we go. Navigation, fine. Weather, fine. One-way monsters. We made it back. After a day's march, a peaceful march home, you survived your adventure. Did not win much from the dungeon, because we didn't go into, dangerous territories. We did encounter a snake. It did take the life of, or basically took the life of one of our veterans, dwarven veteran, Vatic tonight. But at least we came out a little more profitable than the last expedition, definitely. Looted the dead characters, and even got 12.5 silver out of it, which you guys may split equally.
Yeah, can I get paid back 1 for the food?
Alright.
Yes.
Also,
In your
can
party
I
there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 members that made it back that deserve a split, except for Ace, so it's still 5. Vatic died. So
So shall we take 2 each, pay Baldric back an extra 1 so he gets 3. And then wasn't it Silver who found the silver? So give him the extra 1.5.
is that good to go?
You
Is
can,
everyone else?
can I grab my plate armor from the horse?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Alright. In the village you retrieve your plate, and then you guys start to distribute the loot. So it's gonna be 2 silver for Baldric, or I mean 3 silver
I'll
for
probably go out
Baldric,
soon.
2 silver for
No,
Oli.
sorry, I'm going out in a little bit.
Oh no, wait, it's a 3.5 silver for Ollie. 2 silver for Eden. 2 silver for
3.4
Warwick,
for Ollie and then 2 for everyone
and
else.
2 for Betamart. Alright. The extent of the treasure tonight, including all the equipment and armor you guys picked up. Not a terrible haul. Definitely didn't get any major treasure, but
Question: wasn't
Not bad.
Belgic was supposed to get 3 and not Britomar?
yeah, you got
Or
3.5, we
am I
got
wrong?
3.
Okay.
Alright. That'll be it for tonight then. So,
Real fast,
Um,
can I do some stuff?
sure. Right
Can
after
I
this,
go
I'm
ahead?
gonna end the game. So, thank you everyone for showing up again and playing tonight. I hope you have fun. Let me know what you think.
Sure,
If you
man.
have any questions, concerns, feel welcome to let me know. I think you did better than last time for sure. Definitely got some profits and almost killed a monster maybe. Got one member killed. Not the worst haul. Not the worst run this weekend. Ran 3 games this weekend. The previous 2 games were pretty darn sad to watch. But this game was a little better than the last. So good job, Ollie, for leading this one. Uh, without a good caller, without a good crew, we wouldn't get it this far. Hopefully, we can see a better, some better delves within the next couple weeks. Get some new, or hopefully those who have been coming can get better. So, and hopefully we can get some newer, better newer players. But you guys have anything to say before we end the game?
Yeah, is it okay if I do some stuff with my gear?
Yeah, sure. That's gonna be after the game. So I'm gonna. Do you want?
Okay,
To,
okay.
yeah, we're about to end the game. So once we end it, then we can discuss it. But is there anything
Yeah.
you guys want to talk about before we end this game? Right.
No,
Before I let you guys go.
Nope.
We good?
Will Ace be able to be hired as a retainer?
With who?
Will Ace be able to be hired as a retainer?
If the player leaves, yeah, like
Okay.
permanently leaves.
Okay.
But then they were probably gonna play again. They just dropped out early.
Okay.
So they might be hireable if you negotiate a good price. All right. Otherwise, Idle, you good? Silver, Slider, Squeak. I know Squeak wants to talk to me after.
I want to do the same actually too.
Okay, buy some gear. That's fine.
Yeah.
Alright then. The rest of you feel welcome to take your leave or stick around if you want to hang out. But that's gonna conclude tonight's game. Again, thank you for playing. I hope to see you at the next one. So I'm gonna end the
Have a good
stream.
one, everyone.
Good night.
Have a good one, man. Good
Right.
plan.